Hello, everybody, and welcome to Marky Gaming. Today, as we are kicking this off with a hype train, thank you so much, Bardic and Amara, for kicking us off with a hype train this evening. Appreciate you both. And thanks everyone else for being here too. We appreciate you being here as well and joining us for our 65th session of Mystical Mishaps. And we'll see what happens. We're missing Callie, as you can see by the missing image, sadly, but she should be back next week. And we can keep playing with Winnie and all her adorable things that she does. But let's go ahead and let our three players who are here introduce themselves, starting with Rachel.
Hello, my name is Rachel, also known as Pip. You can find all my art that I post over on Instagram at Pip400art. I also stream art over here on this channel tomorrow, Mondays at 3:30 CST. I've been working on Revenant's Wake art, so that's what I'm planning on tomorrow. I am probably going to try and finish up Rosa. So come hang out with me. It'll be fun. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Oh yeah, the character I'm playing. So because Kelly's not here, my camera's in a different location on my screen. So like where I am is like throwing me off of like, I'm used to my eyes being over here and like, I'm so thrown off. It's going to take me a minute. But my name is Eleanor. I'm playing Eleanor. My name is not Eleanor. I'm playing Eleanor. I'm going to be on top of it today. She's an ASMR Warlock, level 6. And, you know, we just rescued our boy, and he's in a nice new place with his pet camel. And so she's feeling pretty good today. That's good. I'm happy about it. Okay, the end.
Great. And we're going to pass this on to our second player, which is Ashley, as I fix Rachel's camera. Take it away.
Hello, I'm Ashley. I also am confused about where to look on my screen because everyone moved. But I also make art. I posted a little rat friend on Instagram this week, so that was a fun time. I play Euphemia in this game. She's a human druid. She's back to being sad, much to my delight. She's back to being sad. So we'll see what happens tonight. She does have a couple things she wanted to do while we're in Heaven's Reach. So
Awesome. And then our third player tonight, we have Mike.
That threw me off because I'm not the third player.
I know.
Okay. Hi.
Tonight, third player.
My name is Mike, also known as Bardic Dice, and I'm not Raya the Rogue, who's normally in this spot. So, cheers to missing them. But I also normally stream D&D, but on a bit of a hiatus, and also life changes yet again. You know, that's pretty normal in my career, as you guys have known. So yeah, might not make any sense. And chaos tonight because I'm pretty tired. But all this is gonna look different next week. Hopefully, as long as I can get internet back up and working next week. But that's the plan. So that'll be super fun, exciting. But yeah, go check out YouTube and Twitch with Bardic Dice. We'll be back soonish. That's the plan. Just waiting to get into a new job position and let life settle out a bit, and hopefully be back streaming at a little bit more consistency. But today I play Dab, the not Raya the Rogue, artificer wizard blade singer, who is also a sad boy, though I'm not happy that he's sad, but he's going to power through the embers of love and sparkles of fire to find the strength within to fight for his friends. And yeah, I think that was all right. Yeah, it makes sense if you watch the show.
Yeah. Go get Bardic Dice a follow if you haven't. And Mike, you used to be the third player back in Beacon Aura days. So
that is true. I'm back.
You're back in the third
I'm
position.
also wanted to say I'm not confused because I'm in the same spot you normally am, so yes. I'm okay.
Yes, exactly. And yeah. So go get Bardic Dice a follow if you haven't already. You can also join the Discord that we share with Bardic Dice. It's called The Tavern. Link is in the chat right now if you haven't already joined it. And yeah, we have a lot of fun stuff happening in there. Talk about the games that are upcoming. Talk about fun stuff in like media or other things like that. D&D, art, fun stuff all over the place. So you can definitely join that and hang on there. And during the session too, we'd like to have the Mystical Mishaps channel that we post gifts in. So if you'd like to participate, head on over to your Discord and go to the Mystical Mishaps channel. You can post gifts during the session that are hilarious and make us laugh all the time. And if you ever need a recap too, there are previous session recaps in a thread in the Discord under the Mystical Mishaps channel. Or if you want to watch long form, you can go to YouTube or podcast to find old sessions of this game. And Beacon Zora, which we just spoke about, which was 4 years ago about now we started that campaign, which is absolutely crazy to think about. 4 years of streaming D&D here on the internet. So that's cool. But I don't really have anything else to say besides I'm Mark. I don't think I said that. Hi, everybody. I wore my Death's Right Hand shirt today. It's backwards for all of you on the stream. Sorry. That's how it works with the camera. But, yeah. It's going to be a good time this evening. I don't really have anything else to say.
Have you ever pronounced that, like, out loud? Can you speak it?
Nope.
I'm just wondering if you ever, like, made it verbal. Okay.
I actually wondered is it just a written language, or could you speak it if you wanted to?
It is Death's Right Hand, but it's in a coded language, essentially.
No, that's what we're saying though. Is
it
Death's
coded,
language?
written?
Can you speak it, or is it only coded? Like
it is a coded language. It is the common tongue, but it is coded so that only people who know the code language can read it and pronounce the
okay,
like Death's Right Hand. It's not like a different sounding language. It's just Death's Right Hand.
I just always say Sith when I look at the words. But okay.
I know, it kind of looks like Sith.
Yeah, it does look like Sith, yeah.
But,
we just said, like, how do you say that? And then Mark's like, Death's Right Hand. It reminds me of when, like, I knew people who could speak another language, and I'd be like, how do you say Rachel in Spanish? And they'd go, Rachel.
Okay.
Like, oh, yes. I mean, second grade, you know? Like, I was so disappointed.
why don't we get started with our intro so we can play some D&D tonight? So let's head on over and watch that intro. We are back, everybody, and ready to begin our session. Just a warning, fair warning here. I did not turn on Kelly's advantage die, and if the bless gets redeemed and it goes to Kelly, it goes to the mishap level because she is not here tonight. So that's how that's going to run. And
Lazy.
I make the rules, so too bad, so sad. I don't like it. I can't. I'm not going to re-roll it. So that's what we're doing tonight. Let's see, we got already some redeems coming in. We can look at those in a second as I do our recap. So, our party went to Heaven's Reach with Ardril, the blade singing wizard, to retrieve Julian. He was on the other side of the rift that now runs through the center of the city. So they had to make their way around the rift to find their way to get to him. As they went, they saw some guards that were in peril from some energy monsters that rose out of the crack through the center of the city. And they were able to defeat them and rescue all 3 of the guards, which is big thumbs up. Good job, y'all. They then continued onward around the rift, making their way to Julian and Lucy pretty late in the evening, but they made it. And Ardril joined them after that a little bit later, but Eleanor got to be reunited with Julian, got to have some talks. But there were some fears that Eleanor may be tracked, as they found out that she is wanted within the city. There were some posters about people looking for her. So they decided to send Julian back with Ardril along with the camel Veneta and go back to the main spring, while the rest of the party remained in Heaven's Reach with Lucy. So teleported away, and they were left with her there in the city, and she suggested they get a drink, as you guys were kind of left there in the aftermath of him leaving. So we'll begin picking up there, but let's see what we got. We have Ashley, Mike, and Rachel. You all have advantage dice.
Wow.
Let's get those marked off for you. And then
Thank you.
So kind of the chat there. We have a raise mishap level, which is already at high, by the way. Just got up to extreme with that roll.
After the sessions where people bring it low, it usually is the chaotic session where people leave it high.
Yes.
Balance.
Just the whole
Balance
time.
must be regained.
And we'll see what this blessing does, because remember, it goes to Kelly. It's going right into that mishap level.
Do we
So
just-
let's see.
Blow up the world on accident if it goes
Oh, look at that,
past-
it's Kelly.
Hey!
Of course.
Oh boy.
Gonna put that right in that mishap level. It's already at extreme.
Yeah.
My
Beautiful.
over-under is at 5 blessings. We'll go to Kelly tonight. I'm going to keep count.
All right.
Listen, we got an NPC that even if we accidentally fireball ourselves, she'll be fine. So-
She'll be okay. I don't think we can hurt her too bad.
Yeah.
If at all.
she'll be okay.
Likely at all.
We will see.
Oh my gosh, a mishap kills her. Sorry, Dad.
Yeah, I'll take some explaining.
Orphan.
But here's Lucy. Yeah, so you want to get a drink?
Yeah.
Eleanor's definitely like very teary-eyed watching Julian have just disappeared. So yeah,
Everyone's in?
she kind of
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you guys want to go out or just have what I have on hand? I don't have a lot on hand right now, but
Considering the fugitive status, I'm guessing we're staying in.
Unless you had seen some sort of tavern where people don't mind, but probably best just to stay here, I'm thinking.
all right. Well, I'm gonna go to get a couple more bottles. I'll be right back. She turns it out the door.
Like, it's not enough.
Do you need a buddy? Because we use the buddy system here. There's no one not carrying us. She's going out alone.
I'm gonna be fine. You want to tag along? You're welcome to.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'll go with her. We'll come back. That goal.
I suppose, as long as I'm not being tracked.
I don't know how
Yeah.
me going makes a difference if you're tracked or not.
Oh,
She's
like
saying if someone shows up after tracking her, then you won't be here to, help out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll stay. I'm not really that much help anyway. I'm pretty spelled out, but sure.
All right, kiddo. And just pats you on the back and starts heading out.
Have fun, Lucy Goosey.
She stops, turns around. Never call me that again.
All right, Goose.
Davril?
Yeah?
No. No. We are not pushing anyone's buttons tonight. I will not stand for it.
All right.
You should probably apologize.
I mean, I just got called a boy.
A
You
kiddo.
are how much younger than me? As she's
Oh.
elf, so she's been around for a while.
Probably a lot.
Yeah.
That's like relative,
You're still a kiddo.
I just called you Goose. I'm sorry for calling you a goose.
There you go. Turns to start walking away.
Couch.
As soon as Lucy leaves, like the door shuts, she turns to Davril. She goes, I have seen that woman just take people out with one arrow.
Yeah.
You don't want to be calling her any sort of names.
Well, the proper response is after wild crocodile. I mean, it's not that hard. That's what we all used to say. But not a thing.
What?
Is that like a cult thing or?
Dang, maybe it is. All right. Later, Gator. Yeah, okay, that's a cult thing. All right.
Well, no, that
I won't say it
don't
again.
think
No,
that
it's
one
fine. I
was
won't
that.
say it again.
No, it was calling her a strange nickname, calling her a goose. I mean,
Yeah, silly goose.
it's insulting, honestly.
That's not it. That you're not a real goose. Just it rhymes. It's fun.
I'll put it this way, Davril. If you ever called me that, I would be very insulted.
Like, what's up, silly goose? Get out of here, you caboose.
She doesn't seem like the silly type.
You gotta know fun. I'm gonna go check the perimeter. He just storms off. He's gonna start looking at cabinets in this place.
Okay.
He's in mooch mode.
Yeah, there's some basic food that's in there. You do find like one bottle of some wine that's in there, but
Is there any candy left in like Julian's stash anywhere?
I was wondering if you were
or like food like where Julian was since he's gone.
if you want to go to Julian's room, you can do a perception roll.
Oh, percent.
Did he leave anything behind? Why would he?
This is less intelligence based. This is more sight based.
Yeah. 7. He's like,
yeah, you don't find
stuff around
anything.
the
He
room.
looks like this kid wanted to keep all his candy, so he grabbed it all and it's gone.
What a freaking cavity. All right.
I do think though, Eleonora is like either if he's like as he's leaving the room or as he's in there, if he's in there a long time, like Eleanor goes in there to check to make sure he didn't leave anything behind, because you
can also roll
he
perception.
might forget something.
There's nothing in there. It's all clear.
Oh, I cannot read that. 11.
Okay. Yeah, he looks like he got most of it. He tried to do one sock that was kind of like tucked underneath the bed, but everything else looks like it was grabbed.
Aw.
Always lose the other sock.
I just pick up the sock and I just look at it, then I just like put it back on the bed.
There you go.
Cool. Are these windows in this house like shuttered closed, or are they just like
Yeah,
open?
it's all closed up.
Or...
Everything's all pretty closed up.
Can I just like peek out a couple of the windows just to be sure that nobody's around?
Yeah,
I guess
roll
that would be
perception.
that would be my focus. Ooh, that's... Is it dark out? Do I need to roll
Yes,
disadvantage?
it would be disadvantaged because of the dark.
Not as good. That's okay. The 16.
Okay. So yeah, you're looking around. You don't really hear anything. You don't see anybody. This looks like a pretty deserted part of the town.
Okay. Cool. I just think that would be my main concern while we're waiting around.
you wait a little bit, not terribly long. Anything before she comes back that you'd want to do?
Probably just I'll go off to the bathroom to kind of like release some emotion, especially because I mean there's a lot of information she got about Julian that was like, you know, she took it well, obviously in front of him, but hard to hear, you know, so she just kind of lets the emotions out a little bit, but not a ton, just like to compose herself. But by the time Lucy's back, she's like back to normal.
So Lucy does arrive back, and she brought 4 more bottles of wine as she returns, and puts them down, grabs the one that was already opened a little bit, and puts on the table.
Dad's already got like a glass for himself going from the bottle that we found. Yeah.
And she'll close the door up, lock it, and have a seat. Start pouring herself a drink.
Yeah, Eleanor will as well. What is it? Nice wine? Is it cheap wine?
Oh, it's nice wine. This is some nice wine.
She got nice wine? Oh my gosh.
She's like, drink
You
up.
picked an excellent vineyard. Thank you.
I mean, we're celebrating. I know it's a little bit of a heavy night, but we're celebrating. Officially being part of Death's Army, welcome in. And, I mean,
Oh,
these
thank
other
you.
people too, welcome to being her assistant. So, yeah. She's got a big smirk on her face as she says.
He's like, not gonna say anything on that one.
Oh, assistance.
So, I guess toast to General Eleonora, since we're your.
Oh my. Thank you, Lucy. I appreciate it.
I am glad we got Julian somewhere. That is worth celebrating.
Got a good kid
Yes.
there.
He did behave for you. All right.
Yeah, he was fine.
Good.
A lot of candy in there.
Kid likes candy, it's fine.
What did you tell him about everything?
I mean, he had some questions about, like, who you are, who I am, how I know, like, you, and how I knew to get him. So, I mean, I talked to him about death, and talked to him about how, like, with this group, you're monster hunters. Thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, that is good. He didn't ask me anything about death, so, or even about why I would be able to do that, so I was curious.
I mean, he knows you can do magic, so kind of explained how you can do magic to him.
Sure. Interesting. Well, I appreciate you even answering some of those questions. I'm sure it was being in an interesting position.
It's fine. We're pretty boring around here anyways, so. I mean, I took care of your boy, so that was fine. But kind of a slower pace than what I'm used to, you know?
Yes. How often do you travel about?
Oh. I mean, I'm all over the place. Rach, you got a bless.
Thanks!
I'm all over the place.
Like, do you... Oh, go ahead.
It's gonna be like just, you know, this realm, or do you other ones?
Oh, I don't come here super often. Just occasionally. But Manman Rise a lot. And go to other places as needed.
So Rise is where you are the most often.
Probably. It's another world called Colostrum I go to sometimes, but that's a whole other thing.
Interesting. So, how much have you been here then? You said you haven't been here often. I mean, I saw you in Air Run a few months ago, but...
Yeah, not super often. Just occasionally pop around place to place.
Is that because Death sends you, or is it because it's somewhere you feel like going?
Most of the time I go where Death sends me, except for when I get some rest time.
Is it like, go kill something sort of thing?
Yeah, usually. Look for anything that can be harvested, you know.
Right. Interesting. So is that what you were doing in Air Run then, is looking for something to kill?
Yeah.
Can I roll inside on her?
You may.
Sure.
I would also like to, if that's okay.
You certainly may.
I'll use my bless.
Using your bless, alright.
15. Or no. 18.
19.
You both get the sense she's being a little dodgy.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
So was
Okay.
he. So.
Like, did you get sent to save Eleanor or something, or
It just
did that
happened.
like you just stumbled?
Saw some guys were messing with her, and then took care of it. Talked to her, and that's how we got working together.
How often does that happen? And by that I mean, how often does death help people, like what happened with me?
I mean, it's not the most common thing. Kind of don't want to spread yourself too thin too quickly, you know? But
Which makes sense.
yeah.
You didn't feel
So-
anything weird when that happened, or any reason for you to feel called to save her? Like, it's just kind of a normal circumstance.
I was just walking through town and I heard it, came over to take a look, saw her in distress. The guy dead.
Interesting. Just
You thought
Sure.
it was something more?
no, I was just trying to think of why she wouldn't have been there in other timeline.
Oh, I'm sure it's because death play not travel. I mean, if Lucy's in Rise all the time.
There's no, yeah.
I mean, I'm
Not
assuming.
any way to get there.
I mean, I'm assuming you weren't in AR Run for months before you met me.
No.
I'm just trying to figure out what the catalyst is, if it's just us or if it's before us, if it's bigger than us.
Well, of the timeline?
Flooding, yeah.
Yeah, it was the Wizard Tower blowing up.
Mm-hmm.
That was the day everything started.
Here, have another drink, and she'll slide over a bottle towards you.
Yeah.
You're gonna hurt yourself there.
We did establish this quite a bit ago, Davril.
Potentially. I'm just wondering if it goes past that, is what I'm saying.
Well, we matched it up because the second timeline branching off, that was when planar travel was cut off, the gods were cut off, all of that. And that's matched on the day the Wizard Tower blew up. So I don't know if that's connected, but it is the same day.
Yeah. Right.
So sometime in the 6th month, I think. So, yes, unless you were there for quite a bit in Arrow Run, then I think that's why Lucy wasn't there.
I was saying because the tower didn't blow up.
What?
He's really working on this one, isn't he?
Yeah. I feel like, why does that not 100% make sense to me? Because tower blew up. So,
It's here,
which means...
in the original timeline.
Right. Which means they went to go save us. The exterminators.
Yeah, yes.
Lucy was able to travel save you.
Yes.
So that means in that timeline, tower never blew up.
Yes.
But it didn't appear until after Eleanor
It's like
maybe.
a diversion of it.
And that the day that the tower blew up in the other timeline, they say was the day that planar travel was cut off. The gods were cut off. Sorry, Lucy. This is we have a lot to sort through, and
fine.
things get mixed up very quickly.
Oh, I've seen some crazy things. Don't worry.
It's just
Have you?
hard to think about it backwards.
Have you dealt with other timelines in other planes?
No, timelines, I don't know anything about that. But, I mean, I was kind of helping with the whole Shutter situation.
Oh, what do you mean?
Like, the gods being taken and stuff, I was there. Like, I saw that stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
like firsthand, sort?
Yeah.
Or
I'm
like
gonna get a notebook for this.
off to the side?
I mean, that's how I got my bow, honestly, is like, I helped one of the gods who got taken. He gave me the bow.
Oh.
You want to start maybe from scratch on that story instead of halfway in?
We would love to hear it.
Don't you know the story of the Shutter? You mean, you guys not get that around here?
Yes. No, I mean, the gods
I know that
disappeared.
part.
Yeah. So,
Death told us that Nintendo or something.
yeah, there's this guy who is a follower of Rutendo, the destroyer god, you know, that whole thing. Super evil, wants to destroy the world, everything, erase everything that's in existence. Currently sealed away. You got it? You got it? Keeping up? Taking notes? Yes.
Where is he sealed away?
Not important.
But it might be.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Is he chucked out to a place in a prison near this realm? Has
No.
anything to do with ancient magic?
No, it's not anywhere near here.
Okay, probably not relevant then.
That's a good question, though, honestly.
I know, that's why I asked it.
Yes.
Even though she said it wasn't, but he kind of gives her a look of like,
I mean-
I have good ideas.
It's one of those things that's like, hey, maybe you don't tell everyone where the destroyer god who wants to destroy the world is sealed away, so that someone might be like, hey, I'm gonna go try to release the destroyer god who wants to destroy everything. You don't tell people where that is to the best of your ability.
That's fair. That's fair. Or like maybe you're put yourself as the good person. You're like, I'm gonna take the person that could unveil my big plan and send them off so everyone thinks they're bad, and then maybe a cult one day is trying to free them, and maybe they're actually good and not bad. So, you know,
we're
not saying Rotendo's in this one. I'm just saying in some situations could be reversed.
we're on a
Anyway.
whole thing with Davril. Yes, please continue your story, Lucy.
So, there's this guy who's a follower of Rotendo. He wants to release him. Rotendo.
Sorry, Rotendo. Yes.
Yes. Wants to destroy him. This guy goes by the consumer because he like absorbs things into him so he can like duplicate what they look like, essentially. That's the whole thing.
Okay, so that's new. Okay, Michael is freaking out right now trying to figure all this out. That's new to all you guys, yeah? So this is Michael asking for a second. Consumer, Rachel, you've never heard
Rich knows
consumer?
this.
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, I
You do?
played
Okay.
in this campaign. Yeah.
Just making sure. I'm
I know,
just
yeah, I
trying to
know
figure out
something.
what's lore,
Yeah.
what's new information being left.
No,
Okay, sorry.
I'm here and I'm know the
Yes.
story.
Okay, cool.
Rach and
Okay,
Kelly
cool,
played
yeah.
in this campaign. This is like
Yeah.
recapping this campaign.
Okay.
Lucy was our traveling.
Sometimes I
NPC.
try and look at reactions to figure out what's important as in like retelling lore and what's important to this
Yeah.
game. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I mean, consumer, of course. Continue. My apologies. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Consumer would like take in people and be able to like possess their bodies and like be who they are. It's a whole thing. Anyways, he's going around and he is using some pretty awful magic, pretty powerful magic, to seal away gods, because the reason why Rotendo is sealed away is because the gods are like holding seals, some of them. Again, I'm not going to tell you who, because you don't tell that type of information to people. But that's basically what happens, is he goes around sealing them away, so that the seals that are there for Rotendo will go away. And I was in that whole mix. So I saved the world. You're all around today because of me.
Well, thank you. That's actually very interesting. Was it just you? Oh.
I mean, there were some other people who helped too. I mean, it's a lot of people who want to get involved in the fight, but I mean, played a pretty big role.
Interesting. So, after you were able to defeat this thing.
Yeah. Stopped him. Released all the gods. Everything's back to normal.
Interesting.
It was a pretty crazy few days.
Normal for you guys. Ripple effects over here.
Oh,
So that's
yes.
the
I
shutter.
mean,
That was the shutter, yes.
yes. Yes,
Mark,
it seems
did
like.
any of that was that any of that known by Hackerall or like stories here? Because it seems like this realm doesn't know that story, right?
It's kind of dependent on how studied you are, because a lot of it would probably not be advertised around to too much, and you guys are kind of far out, so I don't know how much you guys ever heard of all those details.
Okay.
You just kind of heard like the gods disappeared for the most part.
Cool. Interesting.
So
does like Watchlight know all this?
some people probably do.
Interesting.
I'm guessing that the gods disappearing and such should be the more widely known information, but maybe the details of what you were saying.
Yeah.
It's a bit more hidden.
When people hear like Destroyer God, you don't really want some like crazy to be like, oh, that's a great idea. I hate this world. Let's go get the Destroyer God released.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
So.
And you're gonna go try to destroy the world now, right?
I hope not.
I hope not. Unfortunately, it seems that
Good.
our mishap affliction is aiding in destroying the world. Currently.
Alright, that's your world. I mean, like, everything. That's what...
Oh, yes, no, I don't think so. Well, I think that's why we're staying on this plane. I mean, no one's leaving. We don't want this to spread.
Yeah. Well,
So,
good idea.
my brain's going in too many directions. Just quick recap. Sorry, guys. There's a lot happened in the past 24 hours. Also, Michael's real life. So, timeline A, we can leave. Plane of travel, you can go wherever you want.
Yes.
B is mimicking as if the shutter is still happening, though, right?
Sort of, but not really.
Like, there's no gods.
There are gods and powers work that just can't be contacted.
Contacted and no plane of travel.
And no planar travel. But the
Demons.
shutter, that people could planar travel during the shutter. Planar travel isn't connected to gods at all.
No.
They're two separate things.
Okay. Well, during the shutter, could you guys still planar travel up here?
Yes. People fled this plane because of the shutter.
I think I'd put those together because no one can planar travel, and it's seeming like it's like the shutter-like thing. So that's why I was assuming kind of travel during.
It just depends, I think, on how people had their power. If you got from a deity, you can't do it. If it came through other means, you could do it during the shutter.
Gotcha.
And then I think it's a bit more rare even here now, just because of Mishaps, and it's such like a powerful spell. So. Davryl's had a long day.
No, I'm just trying to think out what would cause that inflection to happen on timeline B, and then how someone could get around that to summon things in. If it's another mishap that just cracks through the rules that's going on, or if there's something bigger at play, or if someone else is messing with these seals that we're talking about, or just trying to think through it. Nothing really kind of stands out.
What do you mean?
Making
the
sense.
Northport situation there.
Number one theory is still that we might have not stopped that, but just saying.
But I mean, there's a lot we don't know. I don't know if it's connected to the original cause of the shatter, though, like Lucy was saying. Unless you, I mean, you heard our situation. It sounds like from death, unless you feel like it sounds similar. But
I mean, I've been
I don't
filled
know if
in,
it does.
but I mean, it seems like there's differences. From what I heard, this whole place you guys live in just hasn't been the same since the shutter, though. Like, that's the issue with
Right.
where you guys live now.
Right.
Is everything has
Something's
been
wrong
kind
with
of messed up. So
It's almost like created a new problem since the
Yeah.
shatter. It seems like.
The side effects or ripples of it.
Right. So what god gave you the bow? Can you say that?
you guys heard of the hood? Roll
Yeah, I don't
religion
know how
roll.
much-
Roll religion roll.
Nope. I have not.
15.
13?
What did you get, Euphemia?
3.
Oh, okay.
No. I have not, apparently. Know nothing about it.
Yeah, this has been outside your circles, probably coming from a small
Not
town.
really. Makes sense.
The other two, this is a evil deity who is known as the assassin deity. The real name of this person you would not know, but they are, yeah, like an assassin. Rumors are they're like the ultimate assassin, where like no matter where you are, they get to you. And rumor has it too that this individual's even slain deities. So people are kind of scared of him. They have like scary stories about this, like, you don't want the hood after you.
So is the hood a
He'll get
deity
ya.
or a mortal that kills deities?
The hood is a deity.
Gotcha. So a deity that kills other deities.
Yes.
Deity's
Interesting.
got a
that
lot
he
of issues going
gave
on.
that to you. Yes, it seems dramatic in that sphere.
Of course.
We all like dramatic anyway, so that's fine.
So you met the hood face to face and lived, and not only that, but he gave you a weapon.
Well, I kind of saved him from being sealed away forever, so, you know.
That is true.
I don't know. Is he dangerous then?
Oh, extremely.
Yes, assassin.
You don't ever want to meet anyone that follows the hood most of the time.
I mean,
Well, if they're after you.
some people are alright. They're just really good at killing people, typically.
Right. Well, maybe you just don't want to make them angry.
I mean, I'm good at
The
killing people,
circumstances.
so.
I was about to say, like, does that mean like you're like better than a better assassin than the hood?
No, he's better.
Humility.
It might be wise not to claim that you are either way. Who would want to compete with that?
So
I would.
if that is so that really is a god-slaying weapon. You weren't exaggerating about that.
Oh, I'm not. Definitely a god-slaying weapon.
So that makes sense, I suppose, why the hood can kill deities.
Oh yeah, he's got some of his own.
Oh, his mole? Oh, dear.
You want to give up your only weapon.
Oh, yeah, this is very
So
true.
it-
Oh, I suppose you said they were 5.
There
So-
were
Yeah,
5.
they're 5.
But he must have other ones.
So, he's got 2 of them. Couple short swords.
Interesting.
Okay.
Some twin blades.
So, were you Death's right hand during that time then?
In the middle of it, yeah.
In the middle of it?
How'd you become Death's right hand? Or like,
Yeah.
did you have like your own Lucy that found you?
No, I ran into him actually in the hold and talked to him there.
What's
What?
The hold is where Ismeda is, where the souls go upon death. That's well known. All of you would have heard of that.
oh yeah, right. Oh, the hold. I thought you said the bold. Sorry.
The hold.
Of course.
Yes.
Sorry.
I'll hold other place. Try and
I
keep
gotta
up.
clean out the ears. I'm so sorry. Of course. Silly me. No, I'm the silly goose.
Yeah. When Ismeda was taken, Death took over there and we ran into him there.
Oh, yes, he did say that he took over Ismeda's duties for a
Yep.
bit. So, that makes sense. Heard no one was happy about it afterwards, but...
We're gonna complain. I mean, they got out. I don't know why they're all whiny.
Sorry, Mark, you're breaking me with Lucy's attitude. I can't. Oh, man.
Yeah.
So, have you met other gods face to face then? Have you saved them? Or was it like a more of an abstract thing?
I mean, I was even in a spot where Eladius was trying to kill me. Like, she was about to kill me. So,
Oh my goodness.
you know, I've lived a good life. I've been around, seen some things.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Death hasn't let you like, you know, smate or something, because then you'd be like, you know, better off, right?
But kill off Ismeda?
Isn't that the one that you guys don't like? Or doesn't like you guys?
It's
I mean,
more she
it's-
doesn't like.
It's not we
Yeah.
don't like her.
That's right, because he gave up the chair, or like throne, willingly, right? He didn't
He's
want it.
filled in for her. He did a good thing to help her out, and she's all
That's what I'm
like...
saying,
So,
Yes.
Can I roll insight on her if she's talking about this?
sure.
Okay. Ah, dang it. It's not good.
Dav is doing a good job of like filling her glass and keeping it full, and filling his glass with hers, and getting her to drink a little bit.
Okay.
I have bad insight.
Okay.
It's like 8.
Oh no.
So,
Yes.
So you-
So yeah, it's more. I think that she doesn't like him. And I don't think he might. Like he just. So I mean, at least from what I've gathered, Lucy, he just seems to operate not caring what she's doing, sort of thing.
she can do her own thing. We're doing our thing. Which, congratulations.
I'm guessing-
You brought your first souls in. Right? Souls? 2? 2 now, I think I heard.
2.
Good work.
Yes. Thank you.
I don't know if it's cheers.
Yeah, I do feel that strange cheersing that. But yes.
Yeah, we're bad people so far. So.
I mean, with many of the people that we're facing, at least when it comes to the Shadow Rock situation, I don't mind getting them involved.
Yeah. Good work.
Thank you. So, how many others are there that are doing the same thing?
You mean working for death?
Yes.
Let me double check those numbers real quick. I mean, right now our group is 3. 3 people in Death's army.
Oh, so not counting Death. It's you, me, and one other?
Yes.
Interesting. I did not realize it was
It's a small
few.
group.
Who's the third one?
She's a girl on Claustrum. Named Steve Maya.
That's Karen's character.
Yes.
That's cool.
Aw.
It's kind of like you, actually.
What do you mean?
Wait, no, she was. Never mind.
Did you take that back?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. I wasn't sure if I'm reacting to that or not. Erase that.
Yeah, she was a warlock, right? Am I remembering right? Was she?
Mhm.
She's a
Yeah.
warlock.
Yeah, okay, yeah, she is like you then, yes. I was like, wait,
Yeah.
she a sorcerer? No, she's a warlock. I
She was a
like,
hexblade.
Warlock.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yes. She is like you.
Oh, interesting. So he gives her power.
Yeah.
Can I ask you something a bit abstract?
We'll see. You want to know?
Well, what makes you decide to offer that to me, and what makes him decide to offer that to me? Because, I mean, if it's a small group, it seems selective at this point. I mean, I understand that I needed help, but I mean, is it more just you're all going off of instinct, or is there something? I'm just curious. I mean, I feel like I knew nothing going into this, so I seem like a poor choice back then. You see what I'm saying?
There's certain people you look at, you talk to, and you just see a fire in them. Motivation. A fight in them. You're one of those people. Somebody who
Cheers.
is a good person to offer something like that to.
Interesting. Well, I appreciate it. I've long wondered about it, as I remember questioning what you were even talking about when you said to do it yourself. I had no concept whatsoever. So it seemed a poor choice when I would think back to it. But
Yeah. I mean, we waited until we felt you were ready to bring you into the army, but
sure.
definitely seemed capable. And, I mean, I got a soft spot, too, for people who are trying to help their kid out. So. Yes.
You mean wait from like the night you saved her to like when you gave her the tattoo, or?
Yeah. Before she started taking souls.
I caught up. I was just making sure you weren't like, you know, giving on that you guys are actually tracking her before that, or something like that. Sorry.
Oh,
Never
beforehand?
seen her before.
That's
in my
what I thought.
life.
Yeah, I was like, wait, you guys.
No,
you know,
that was
sound
the
like
first
you're
night I ever
stuck
met
in
her.
Yeah, sorry. Just picking up a little thing. This is really good wine.
Yeah, some good stuff.
He's kidding.
Swaying a little bit in his chair.
Oh. He's like double drinking everyone else is drinking. He's trying to forget the night.
Lucy, do you have children?
Yeah, I got a girl.
Oh. That explains our conversation a bit as well. How old is she?
She right now. She like actually takes a moment to think about it. I don't remember actually. She teenager, I think, right now. I don't see her that often.
Oh. I'm sorry to hear that.
It's fine.
All right, Julian. We have to find someone else.
What?
I was laughing. I was gonna say Julian and her maybe could be like a death couple later on, but it sounds like she's too old. So.
Oh,
Wait,
dear. I'm just not
just a
going to
joke.
comment on that.
she would be
So, yeah.
in her 70s, I think, at this point, actually. Teenager-ish for elf range, you know.
Mm. I see. I'm sure the life that you have would probably be difficult to see her often.
Yeah. So. Anyways, glad your boy's back. That's good. Hopefully you'll see him again soon.
I hope that as well. There's much that seems that needs to happen before anything can be settled entirely, but I am glad that we met Audril. That seems a better place for him than our original plan, which was going to be hiding out here, and with how the city is, and it just seems like a horrible idea now in retrospect.
And Vanetta would have been hard to conceal for long in the city. She stands out.
We probably have to make him get rid of her. I don't like that either.
All works out perfect.
Super random question. Just wanted to get it out of the way real quick. Lucy, in your travels, you've never seen any like Ghost There's No Foot. It shows like an Acrol symbol. Nothing anything like this, right?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Figured Death would know if you knew.
Yeah, I've never seen that. I mean, I'm not about like the gods or magic or anything like that, though. It's not my thing. Death is more into the magic stuff.
I just wasn't sure because I mean, if this thing is like bad, and you have like a god-killing weapon, might be interested in killing it if it's bad or something, right?
Essentially.
I'll team up. I don't know if it's bad or not. Just saying. Maybe it'd be a nice little backup call if we find out it is.
See. All right.
Well, it's just a worry of mine, that's all.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm done with that. That's all. I had to ask. I had to bring it up.
Lucy, have you ever fought hags before?
That's a good one.
Did Beth ever tell you about how I got captured?
Oh, he did mention that, yes.
He's free
Oh,
because of me.
you fought them. Very nice.
Yep.
Interesting. I was surprised because I think originally when he mentioned that he was captured by hags and mentioned he was rescued, I assumed it was not mortals that saved him. I didn't know what it was. It seemed like something not achievable, if that makes sense. But later when he said no, it was a group of mortals, that felt a little better considering everything we are up against. So.
Oh yeah. I mean, like, you guys got your issues you're dealing with. Definitely can take care of it.
Did they put symbols on your back?
No, we killed them.
I mean, it was
Well,
Death that had a marking on his back because he was the one that was cursed.
Yeah.
It was
they-
like this. To Death. Like, I mean, was it exactly the
something
same?
like that. I don't remember exactly what it looked like, but something like that.
That's why we got onto the whole thing in his hags in the first place, right?
Yeah, because he said he had a marking like we have markings.
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
someone recently was wondering if it was my thing that was causing the markings, but
It was we have no idea, yes, what's
yeah,
causing us to jump back and forth.
But
sure.
yeah, I mean, killed the hags, marking was gone. So
Oh,
It
that
went
is
away.
interesting.
yeah, that's whatever you got in your backs. Then go kill the hags.
And if it doesn't go away, we know that it's something else.
Sure, yeah. Or there's more of them.
So. Oh.
Oh, a coven of covens. Oh, it just goes to trick again.
But I mean, take them all out.
9 of them.
You should be all good.
Interesting.
We don't
you have
need
any-
god-killing weapon to do it.
I mean, this is for killing gods, though. Like, it's just like kind of regular against powerful, but it's like kind of regular against mortals.
Hags aren't gods, right?
Eggs are not gods. So, same thing with your whatever you keep talking about. If it's not a god, my weapon's just going to be a weapon against it.
Touche.
Interesting. It would be good to know eventually, though.
Yeah.
Which it is.
Like, some people make arrows specifically to kill dragons, and they're out there. Like, there's certain ways that people make certain things to target specific things, and less effective or ineffective as against other stuff.
So then, more accurately, you have a bow against like divinity. Then,
Like a god slain weapon.
yeah,
Just kind of rolls her eyes at, but she looks at like Eleanor.
that's what I said. Gave me the term. Good lord.
Mike, you get a blessing.
Great, already had one.
For taking.
Did I? Or
Yeah, you
no?
did not. This is your first.
I didn't. Okay, good. I was like, shoot, I lost it.
Oh, man.
Thanks.
So do you normally travel alone then and handle things on your own?
Most times I'm on my own. Typically how I roll.
Interesting. So you don't have magic from death then?
Now these items.
You said that you don't do magic. Oh.
The items I have are what are the magic things. I don't personally do any magic.
Oh.
But the branding's from him, yeah?
Yeah.
So what sort of things has he made you? Because I saw he made Julian's.
Well, I got
Necklace.
this armor, which is pretty awesome, pretty powerful. Helps keep me safe. The belt I wear gets me around. I can teleport with it. And I got some things that help me be a little more stealthy.
You see dollar signs in Dav's eyes for a second, and then just like just shoves it away. Like, nah, that's not gonna work.
That is very useful.
So,
So what? The more this is very ignorant. Sorry if this is offensive. You can tell me if it is. So what is it like? The more souls you collect, the more stuff he makes, or is it just out of necessity, or out of like loyalty, time length, guard, or something?
the more souls that we bring in offers more magic that can be sent out to whatever needs it. So, like, I get some, you get some, Maya gets some. We use it to create items. We use it to potentially recruit more people. He's got his own stuff he does as an agent. He goes around.
That's cool.
So the plan would be recruiting more people in the future.
Of course.
He wants to grow it. Right.
To what end?
What end?
Yeah, an army has a goal.
I mean, the goal is to have an alternative to how Ismeda does things.
I don't know if I spoke to you about that, Davril, but it's sort of like his purpose of why he does what he does.
So, like, when someone dies, they fight over the soul or something?
Well, we take out the bad ones. That's the whole point. We get rid of the bad people. They don't get sent to the Abyss. They don't get sent to wherever to potentially come back, because we've had our share of things that came back from those places. I mean, just imagine, like, some of the wicked people having a Ladius get their hands on them and corrupt them and send them back into the world somehow to bring more evil in. Better to just remove them from the board entirely.
Actually, I was have you encountered that happening of evil people who are dying? Ismeda sends them to the Abyss, and then they come back. Like, have you dealt with that? Because I had never even heard of that happening until Death had mentioned it.
Oh yeah. The Ladius gets her playthings that she has under her control, and they're awful. They're pretty wicked, evil individuals. Much better to not be around.
Like a wicked witch of the west out in the desert, maybe?
Oh, Vubaris.
You're right.
I don't know if you heard anything about that when you were out in Ererun, Lucy.
I mean, I heard about Vubaris. Is she like a creator?
Mm-hmm.
Was.
I think we heard that a bunch of Eladius followers called the Grave Robbers, right, Mark? It's the Grave Robbers. I kept typing Grave Diggers earlier, and I was like, that's not right. So that I keep forgetting which one it is. Okay.
Grave Robber.
The Grave Robbers, they seem to have done some sort of necromancy to Vubaris. She's demonic now, apparently, has multiple arms. It seems a nasty business. So, I think that's what he's asking, if it's similar to that, or if you're talking about something else.
I mean, it could be related to Eladius. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at it.
Also a necromantic tornado storm
Mm-hmm.
out there.
I've heard about that, yep.
I think that one is even fragments of souls, not even like complete memories.
Yeah, is that something you guys could utilize, or not at this point?
I mean,
That's a lot of souls.
at some point maybe. I don't know.
I mean, they seem like normal people, though. I don't think anyone that's in there is classified as evil.
Yeah, but they're already dead, so give them a place to rest, right?
Yeah, what we do isn't exactly rest, so.
So, like, souls you keep, are they like, they're just gone, or they being like tormented as like batteries for like a long time, or like?
They are like put to work for however long they end up being in whatever state they're in. You fuel magic.
Work?
Yeah, to fuel magic. That's their. It's not like, yeah, give them a hammer or something. You're like, tick, tick. No, it's like they are stuck in a state where they are being used. They are siphoned out, essentially.
Are they aware of it?
Hopefully. They're awful people. They deserve it.
Yep. Not opening up that can of words. I'm just gonna assume they're all bad.
So.
That being said, I don't know if a bunch of innocent souls in the desert need to be absorbed, but the people that are controlling Vubaris, maybe.
All right, yeah, I want to open up that can of worms. So, Lucy, how do you know that, like, you've never made a mistake? Not you. How do you know Royal you, General you, hasn't ever made a mistake, and there's, like, someone that didn't deserve it that's in there somewhere? Do you have, like, a check and balances system?
I mean, if there ever is a situation where we feel like we did something wrong, we can just release them.
Oh, that can happen.
Yeah, Death has the ability to do that.
That is good to know.
I mean, if they're feeling something, then that item would be gone, but...
All right.
Not enough can of worms I'm going to open for now. Cool system. Pretty cool.
I mean, would you rather an individual with blade fingers that are like 2 feet long come out with a poison on there that never heals? Would you like that to be coming to visit you at night? Yeah, so.
No, as I'm saying, you're doing a good job for a lot of things. Just people question me, you know, gotta question you guys, right? So yeah, just making sure. Huh?
Go ahead.
Blade. No, just saying. I love the work you do. I'm a big fan. I really am. Have been since day one. Just gotta ask the questions, you know. Gotta be a good friend.
Don't worry, he's fine.
Blade fingers.
I'm still in, yeah. Yeah, blade singers. That's awful.
No, fingers, I think, not singers.
No, I said fingers, yeah. I think I just an accident.
He's
I whistled when I did it, sorry.
A lot to drink tonight, hasn't he?
No, I was like, yeah, that was Michael just whistling by accident when he said it.
Gosh.
Yeah, true story. Nasty guy. Real awful.
Oh. Does not sound pleasant. But, so you are saying that souls escape often. That shouldn't escape.
I mean, if someone like Eladius gets their hands on a soul like that, or any of the devils, bad news.
So, why does Ismeda claim her system works then if so many people slip through the cracks to come back?
She seems to be more like, she points to Dav like this guy, where, you know, like, is it humane to put somebody in a situation like that? Should it be better to put them off into their punishments based off of whatever, or their life, that risk of air, all that stuff? There's a whole bunch of reasoning why she'd say that.
Well, why can't you guys like work together and be like, when she judges something bad, she just sends it off to you?
She doesn't want to send it to us.
She hates them. Us.
It's like the whole system that her dad had in place and she took over for it. It's a whole family thing. So.
I feel like there has to be like a business Eleonora, you could like head the table and negotiate terms of truce and buyouts or something. Takeover, hostile takeovers.
I might need to learn more about how the whole deity circle of drama tends to work before I would feel confident venturing into a situation like that. But
I think imagine an episode of Succession.
In a boardroom.
And then the suits guy can come in and put down the lawyer talk to like get the loophole closed out. Anyway,
yes.
I want to watch that show now. So
it's all kind of how it works out. People have their preferences about how things are done, mission, all that nonsense. So we just do things differently, and we're up and coming.
Do you feel confident? Well, I guess you've been with him for 5 years, you say?
Yeah.
And have you seen a substantial amount of growth?
We've had kind of some ups and downs, but yeah, we've been growing.
Interesting.
Have you lost members of your army? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to ask what you were doing before your deal with death and how you got there.
You know, just living my regular life. But yeah, we currently, since I've been the head of Death's army, we've been solid.
Interesting. So he was a god for longer than that. So you've been the first
I'm not
of
the
his
first.
followers?
No, not the
There were
first.
others before.
Yeah, there were some others, but they all left for different reasons, and I took over.
I see.
They can willingly leave.
I think one of them quit.
Hmm?
So, what happened to the other?
It's a whole mess. I think he got out of his contract, I think. Again, this is all before my time. Don't worry about it.
Starting to sound a little more like a gang than a army, but as long as, you know, if Eleanor doesn't want to do this anymore, she can walk away safely, right?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, if you don't want in anymore, sure. Just know that you don't get the perks either if you leave. But
All right.
Good enough.
Interesting. A bit random, but did anyone seem to take notice of you here
I don't think anybody.
or to recognize you?
I mean, this, and she points to her leg, draws attention, but
Right.
most people have no idea what it means, so it doesn't really matter. I'm out of here anyways, shortly. So.
Where are you headed next?
Probably back to Rise.
Do you live there then?
I guess.
Or do you just travel? I mean, I know we don't really claim a home at this point either, but
I guess kind of home base would be Rise.
I was gonna ask that, does he have like an office that you can like go to and meet him at, or like a home or something?
Talking about Death?
Yeah.
Yes, he has a whole tower he resides in.
Yeah. That's cool.
I was only in one part of it, but what is the rest just... What is it?
What is what? Tower?
Like, what else is... Yeah, well, what else is in there, even? I'm curious.
He has a bunch of places that he can meet with people, store things. He's got his office. You know, what else would you have in a tower?
Oh, I have no idea. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, I mean,
What?
he's got like his magic studies he does there.
Interesting. It's like a god has no use for sleep or food or anything, so it's like, what else is there? Like, just it's a different life in some ways. So.
Oh, definitely.
Would that be where souls are kept to fuel the magic then?
Most likely.
people worry about anyone like coming in and attacking him?
Oh yeah, of course.
Like directly?
Of course.
Just no one has tried.
No one successfully tried.
Can you take us there to visit?
No.
We will break the world.
I've been given strict
Capital.
instructions not to take any of you from this place.
Yes. We need to stay here, unfortunately.
That would be not good.
When we fix this, can we come visit?
Sure. Want to? I mean, you have to ask Death, but I don't see why he would say no.
You did already promise that, if you remember.
Okay.
But sounds like you guys have a whole issue you got to figure out before you can leave this place.
Yes.
Any insights on that?
Nope. Good luck.
Yes, it does sound. Actually, what have you heard of anyone talking about what is going on in our plane from the outside? Like, is that, or is it almost like a contained source of knowledge at this point?
I mean, I'd say the vast majority of people have no idea that you exist. I think there are some people who left, who maybe have spread some word. I do believe that there are some people who kind of have used you as like a case study to like try to figure out things, but most people are like, I don't want anything to do with this place. It's dangerous. Hey, get out of here.
Avoided.
Like everyone that came here, were they all volunteers? Like, if not many people know about it, how would people know to come here to?
The original generation, as far as I know, chose to come here.
It was connections. Like my grandparents came because of someone they knew. It was a promise of building something new.
There's like business that could happen, magical study, access to material items. I mean, there's a whole bunch of reasons why people came here, as far as I know.
That's why I'm just surprised it stayed such a secret.
I mean, it's not a secret. It's just there are many worlds out there. It's not like this is like the one world that everyone wants to get to. There's plenty of other places out in the universe they can go to. I don't know every world. Most people don't know every world.
And this
Yeah, I think it's more just there's so much. We're just a blip.
Well,
I think
it's
if it would have been more
relatively young.
successful, then yes, it would have been more well known.
That
It was
looks like
getting
I've
to
never
be that
thought
way.
about that process that much. Like, oh,
We're just a
could've-
blip.
traveling to different worlds instead of my own little convent on the side of a mountain. Cool.
There's more to it? Oh,
He just like upends the drink that he's drinking right now.
oh boy.
Devil, I feel if we ever do fix this and you travel to Rise, you will be beside yourself with so many things to explore.
You think Heaven's Reach is big?
Rise is endless.
Rise dwarfs this city.
Yeah. I'm just now realizing how much I want to travel to different worlds. I didn't think I really thought that as a possibility before.
She like slugs your arm. Guess you got some work to do then.
Ow. Rude. You're strong. Really sore from the past couple of days, by the way.
Okay.
He just puts out a cup to refill it.
But you're a quiet one over there. Pointing to Euphemia.
She just kind of looks around like, what? Me?
What's your story?
we're dealing with hags now because of me. That's my story.
Oh, you're the one who's got the whole hag thing. Okay, yeah. Tracking now.
Really good at like making stuff too, like potions.
That's a useful skill.
Certainly need it more and more these days.
Definitely. Perfect. She just takes a big drink of her glass of
like
wine.
that's so hard. Like no.
Please don't look at me.
No.
Oh my gosh.
It's like when someone's like, say something interesting about yourself. You're like, I've never done anything in my whole life.
I don't have an interesting bone in my body. I don't know.
I don't even know my name. No.
Well, you all plan on staying here? Got some business to attend to?
Yeah, I can't drive.
Potentially. We might need to discuss. I don't think any of us were planning on staying here at all. Or that I was a little more looked for than we originally thought. So I don't know if we need to get out of here quickly. I don't know if we want to stay. There's a few things we need to take care of, I think.
If we are going back on the road, we may just need to look at supplies and get out. Kind of a situation. But I guess this wasn't the trajectory we had planned, so we'd need to know where we're going to.
Yeah, good city to get some supplies. You need them.
Oh.
We don't have to leave the city either.
What?
We don't have to leave the city. We could just leave the timeline.
We don't know
Yes.
if that will take us to Heaven's Reach. We don't
Yeah,
know
which
where
might
we'll end up. We don't
teleport
know
us again.
Yeah, it's a
Well,
good point.
what will happen.
Problem is, we know how to go. Well, Lucy, I don't know if Death told you because this was very recent. Probably when you were watching Julian. Do you communicate with him often?
Occasionally, yeah.
But we found out that we can travel to the other timeline without necessarily needing to die if we walk through the crack. Apparently,
Like a
we're the
useful
only.
thing.
It's the first bit of information we've had to control this situation, I think.
The
It's
thing
all-
is, it's been random where we've showed up every other time, like when we've gone back after dying, so I don't know if this will take us back somewhere random or we'll end up on the other side of Heaven's Reach or something.
This is
I
one
think-
way to find out.
Right?
I'm a little worried that if we go through the crack, will it expand more or like will it do something? This is right through a populated city. But
One way to find out.
There's a crack up near Everborn. Seems like it's out of the way more. That's near the
Yellowfield is
city.
also an option. I know it's a bit of a ways.
From the city. Or Sheepfield.
Oh, right.
In Yellowfield. But that is, I mean, that's a long way off.
Guess you all have some decisions to make then.
Yes. How long are you staying?
I'm leaving tonight.
You're leaving tonight.
Yep, I gotta get back to work. It's been fun
Makes
babysitting
sense,
and
I'm
all,
sure.
but you know, I got stuff to do.
You don't want to travel through the crack with us and try and find a deal-making
will
guy to
Certainly kill her.
I mean, might not. You don't know.
It will.
I'll wait
That's
to
what
find out.
Boyd
Risk that.
said. Not Boyd. Dang it.
I was about to say.
It was a Boyd.
I'm trying to get
Odin.
Odin.
to bring up, but
Wrong timeline.
Wrong. Yeah.
Universe.
Everything. Wrong
Yeah.
name.
Bowden, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can you believe that? We have to go kill the duplicate of someone who knows when things are coming. Just to make a deal with them. Isn't that crazy?
Crazy. I should get a soul then.
I don't know if he's bad.
Well,
We don't know if we
actually, that is something I've been wondering is, does that world have the same souls? I mean, the two versions of the same person.
They?
So, are there two souls? Are they split?
Yeah,
Guess
we'll
you
have
know
to
what
do
I'm
our
gonna
souls.
say. There's only one way to find out.
Yes. Yes. And I find
mean,
something appropriate. I
I
will do
suppose
so.
the ones that you already sent Death seemed intact, or he would have not been able to use them the same.
But those were all from here,
Mhm.
right? Or no?
They were from here, so.
But if it were split, then we would know.
Right. I should ask him just in case, but it seems like.
Yeah, what did you send him, by the way? What souls were they? Just out of curiosity. Who did you kill?
I
Oh,
killed.
You're not supposed to talk about that. That's. You keep that to yourselves, don't you? It's like talking about pay when you work at the same company.
Shh. Bye, boy. What?
Sorry.
I knew Dab and Lucy would have the best banter like ever. One was an orc. A week ago, I think. And then the other was one of the gods at the house.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Good work.
Thank you. So I'm not sure. I don't know if they were fragmented or not. I mean, it seems that, like you said, Euphemia, Death hadn't said anything about it, so.
I mean, I don't know anything about fragmented souls, so I'm not even sure if it would show up differently for him or not. So.
Right.
Or like ours. Does like Ismeda have our souls?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's what
it's
I've been wondering.
Ada.
yes.
Oh, because you died.
Because we died. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Can we like revive ourselves and ask like, what happened to you?
My goodness.
I mean, you want to.
We would know what happened. But what we would have said was that that thing killed us.
No, but I mean like after death.
Would we
Yes, he's just.
Yeah.
Oh. One way to find out.
Sounds like you guys have a lot of things to figure out.
Before you leave, Lucy, I would like
Yes.
a few words alone, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Thank you.
Oh. Yeah.
I'll just get up and go like in the kitchen. Or
Oh, you don't
something.
need to leave. I mean, we.
That's fine.
No,
Go ahead.
y'all stay in here. It's fine.
I'd rather talk outside anyways. Let's go outside.
Sure.
All right. Great.
Can we
Sit
take a
here.
break, though?
Yep, we'll have you guys outside and we'll take a break here. And we'll,
Get a piece of it.
I know it. It's bad.
we'll
Like, I
break
can't
here
focus.
so that our players can use the bathroom. So everyone stick around. We'll be back shortly, hopefully refreshed and not needing to use the bathroom for a little bit. See you all real soon.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
We are back, friends, from our break, listening to this jammin' music that I picked out for Lucy.
So good.
And yeah, we just had a nice long conversation with the party, talking to Lucy when he went off to bed to rest up. The party talked about various topics of interest to them. It took some time to drink some wine in celebration of Eleanor's new position as a member of Death's army. And now Eleanor is taking Lucy outside to speak, away from the rest of the group. So you guys head outside to the cool evening underneath the sky. More isolated and alone out here now. It's pretty quiet.
Cool.
You do see the kind of pink glow on the clouds, though, off to the east of where you are.
Just a reminder all the time.
Of course.
Lovely. Yeah.
So you head outside.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Well, I suppose over over the course of joining up with Death, there was a lot of the rumors and different things that others say about him started to pop up. And him and I spoke about many of them. And I'm sure, I don't know, he may communicate differently with me than with you, but he sort of dances around words often. But it doesn't seem to be hiding information necessarily. I've heard his perspective of what seemed to be the era of how he did things before that everyone seems abhorred by. I've heard others' perspectives, especially followers of his Mater, and that seems to carry over into now. But, you know him. Were you there for a change? Is there a change? People say he's a villain.
Yeah, give me a persuasion roll.
Sure. I'm gonna use my advantage.
All right.
28, I think. Maybe
Very
more.
nice.
Is it? Yeah, it's 28.
Nice. Look, I wasn't around for a lot of the history of it. He seemed pretty much to be a consistent guy the whole time I've been around. I've heard things about his past. He's done some things that are probably not the best. I think he's learned from them. And he's changed how he does things as a result. There's probably some things that are unforgivable for some people. But trying to make up for it, I think, at this point.
Okay, so you weren't around for when all of the things before was happening. You came in later.
Okay. I know the guy who was the guy before me. And he was enslaved to kill for him.
Alright.
And he's learned from that. He no longer works that way.
He spoke of... He told me he did those things because he was in a place of needing to make it. So you're saying in that original, when he started, he enslaved a person and slayed planes of normal dwellers.
From what I heard, that person made a deal to become that guy, but I don't think he was ready for quite what that meant.
So how did he learn? Like, what changed?
What changed?
We said he learned from the situation.
I think as a result of kind of seeing how bad things can go, there was a point where he died. He was killed, actually, by the guy who Death. He was killed by the guy who was enslaved by him after he died. It's a whole mess. So Death's right hand died, and then he killed Death after he was brought back, and then Death came back after he died. It's a whole mess.
So no one's dying, everyone is just killing each other. Alright.
That's kind of the world we live in, is a lot of people killed. There's a lot of death.
A lot of coming back, it seems.
I mean, possible, for sure. You know the right magic. Yep.
So, what, did death, dying himself, changed his perspective? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I think if the person who you kind of view as someone who's working for you is like, I hate this so much, I'm gonna kill you because of it, that's kind of a wake-up call, I think, for anybody. And Ashley, you get a bus.
True. So, then you're saying that after he almost reversed course, it seems. And you said he's trying to make up for it? Do you actually believe he is?
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing things fine.
Well, I think that's why I've almost felt such a disconnect, because when I've spoken to him, I feel like I'm speaking to a very respectable, powerful, well-meaning man. I mean, that's what it feels like who I'm talking to. But then I hear he's a monster, you're a monster for working with him. I hear, things about Eladius. I hear all these things. It doesn't feel like it's the same person. So it's been very hard for me to even connect what I'm even supposed to think about it, how I'm supposed to communicate to others about it if they ask.
Again, some people view what was done as unforgivable. They're not going to change their opinion of him.
All right, well, it helps to hear your thoughts, because if you've been with him for 5 years and you've not felt uncomfortable, I guess, by his ambitions or anything.
He's been fine. And yeah, again, if he gets out of line, she points to her bow.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm checking a list, Mark.
The list of questions.
I do this like every week. I have a list of questions for various PCs and NPCs. Click, 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 click. So, does Eladius hate him so much that she came after you? Is it like the same sort of hatred as Esmeda has for him?
Like, does
You
she
said
hate
Eladius
me as
attacked
much as
you.
she...
No, Death. Does she hate him?
Does Eladius hate Death?
Anyone associated? Yes.
I mean, Eladius tried to kill me before I was with Death.
Oh, alright. Oh, never mind. I'm trying to figure out how much, do I pay more attention to watching out for Esmeda followers, or do I pay more attention to watching out for Eladius followers? It's the same.
It's different, I'd say. I don't think majority of Eladius followers will hold a grudge against you, but they're evil.
Right.
Whereas I think the Esmeda followers will hold more of a grudge against you, but they're not necessarily evil.
Right.
So one's personal, one's just chaos.
That is a very good observation, I think. Especially, I mean, the one Esmeda follower I did talk to, I mean, she seemed like a good person. It's just a grudge. I mean, that's what it is. So do you think even 10, 20 years from now, if he's still consistent, people will still not change their minds.
Perhaps. I mean, the last guy who had the job, I think, put him in the place he's in now because of how he was forced to behave. I think the more we get people who can see, like you and me, the more who can join our ranks, and we can show that we are doing things in a above the board way, the better reputation everyone will get.
Yes, that would be a good goal. I mean, 5 years is not a long time, so I could see why it might still be fresh. I mean, some people don't even change in 5 years, or change is slow. So.
Some people just never change their opinion of somebody. Doesn't matter what they do.
Don't I know it? It's true. Well, thank you for answering my questions. Like I said, I don't even want it to seem like I'm ungrateful to either of you. I mean, my gratitude is overflowing, especially, I mean, Julian would be dead in the desert without you. And without him. But I do want to connect things. I want to make sense of them. I think the more I understand what's happening and how things are, the history, the better I can try and forge better partnerships and relationships, potentially, if it's possible at all.
It's a good plan.
But yes, thank you for getting Julian.
Oh yeah. Again, it was nice to have a few days off.
Good. You probably deserve the break.
But don't rely on me to come bail you out.
No. The rest of my group may, and they may ask frequently if they ever see you again, as they do for death often. But I know much of what both of you done has been more of a favor than anything. I hope eventually the scales will balance, that I can be more of a equal, reciprocal relationship versus you two always helping me all the time. But
I think that's the attitude that Death saw in you. To be the one he'd want to have join.
interesting. I suppose it's just you don't when you grow up not thinking about violence even, or how to defend yourself, like none of that is on your radar, so it has always surprised me, but I think I understand what you're saying now. So I appreciate both of you seeing something even I did not.
Not all of us come from noble backgrounds. Well, probably should get back in unless you have another question for me.
The only one, and I'm not trying to breach privacy. I know Air Run seems to be some sort of secretive situation. All I want to ask, though, is does it have anything to do with the grave robbers or what's going on in the desert region? Did you
Like why I
visit?
was there? No.
Yes. No? Alright. If it was something that connected to what was going on with what we were looking into, then I might press a little bit with Death, but if it's not, I'll just leave it.
No. Unrelated.
Sure. I don't think I have anything else. The others asked my questions for me, so. But I know I can't do much now, but if you need anything, even information or something from a second timeline as a souvenir or something, let me know, please. I would like to repay you at some point in my life.
Well, I'm sure. Keep Death in the loop. I'll hear about things, and I'll let you know.
Sure. That sounds good.
Or he'll let you know. All right.
Are you leaving right now, or
Yes, I'm gonna head out.
are you sticking around a bit? All right.
I'm out of here. You guys can keep the one, even though Dad kind of drank already, most of it.
Yes, I get to deal with that mess tonight.
All right.
Thank you. I appreciate for the wine, though. I do.
Of course. All right.
Did you want to say goodbye to the others or anything?
Not really.
Did they offend you? I'm sorry.
Nah, it's fine. I just don't like saying goodbye. So.
Oh, sounds good. I will see you later then.
All right. I'm gonna go walk away from you guys, just in case things blow up.
That's smart call. Right. Travel safe, Lucy.
She'll just kind of nod and begin to walk off down the street. The glow of the leg barking she has illuminating the pavement a little bit as she goes.
Just kind of, okay, and then go back inside.
There we go.
Beam me up.
What? I'm making tea in the kitchen. That's
Euphemia, do you think like you ever learn how to like wild shape someone else or like polymorph them? You always look like you're not thinking when you're an animal. It sounds fun.
Hey, just come in here. You're talking so loud, Dev. We're trying not to attract attention.
Gets up, goes into the kitchen.
Just like I'm not yelling to you across the room. Absolutely not.
Well, that's like something you could do eventually, right?
Turn someone else into an animal?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
That was music on my computer. I was like, where's this coming from?
No, I changed the music.
She just kind of looks at him for a second while the kettle is like heating up. I still have to think when I'm still me. It's a distraction, but I'm still me.
Yeah, but you always look like happier.
Well, yeah, it's a nice break to not be limited by my own lack of strength and stamina. You know, it's just different.
I read though that when you turn someone else with like the polymorph spell, it's less thinking versus like druidic stuff.
Isn't that something wizards can learn how to do?
Yeah, eventually, I think. I've been slightly working on it. Doesn't really seem like my alley, but might be something I'm looking at. You just look like you have fun, that's all.
It wouldn't be the same, though, because you wouldn't still be thinking as much as you.
Exactly. Now you get it. Sounds fun.
What are you trying not to think about, Dev? She hands him one of the cups that she was making.
Ooh, thanks. Just anything if you don't want to think about it. You know, I think I am starting to realize I have a type because I'm kind of got a crush on her redhead. Feel like someone that could beat me up. Super cool. I mean, think I got a shot with her. I think I might like go ask if she wants to like go for a walk before she leaves or something.
With Lucy?
Yeah. No.
No,
Alright.
no, please don't.
I'm. See. Oh, I'm single now.
beat up by Kendra in the morning. Looking at Lucy in the evening.
You is like, excuse me. Did you not?
Yeah. Kendra and I, that thing didn't end well, by the way. So, pretty sure that's over. Hence, not thinking.
What do you mean it's over?
Well, it's pretty clear she put a line in the sand. Well, I kind of did too, but I mean, unless we find out Girl's bad, then maybe we got a chance. But
I mean, it's just a line. You could both step over it at some point.
You met Kendra, right? You know me.
That doesn't mean people can't change. Neither of you knows the full story.
Takes a sip, realizes it's not wine, and then goes back to the other wine glass and starts sipping that. That's your
Just like looks at the cup like, tried.
Can I please read Anjum's comments as an announcer? And we're getting a shake from the DM. Dev's prospects aren't looking good.
It's so good.
I'm killing. Okay, I'm done. Sorry.
They're really not all in 24 hours too. Ooh.
What a wild 24 hours.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just saying, if you ever learn how to turn someone else into an animal, I'd love to go I don't know, catfemia-ing with you. It just seems fun.
It would be fun. I am sad that I didn't get to be a cat when you were one.
I know, right?
That would have been nice.
That's so cool. But oh, good. You doing okay? You look like you had a good little break at the Dispute, whatever we had.
Wellspring?
Yeah. It's a better word for it.
It was nice to be there, but I knew we couldn't stay.
Yeah.
None of this goes away if you don't think about it. It's still there. I would know.
It's starting to go away the more I drink.
Till tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Stop being so wise. All right. I'm gonna go back and sit down on the couch and drink until Eleanor comes back in.
You can just don't trip on your way over.
What? No, I'm fine. I'll be fine. I'm not wasted or anything. You're good.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
I can still cast a spell if I wanted to, and I'll turn around and cast.
Not in that. Not in the.
Julian's gone. It's fine, right?
Do you want to blow our whole cover to whoever is hunting Eleonora?
Because they're so not fun with spells anymore.
Do you want grave robbers to come here and kill us again?
Sounds like a fun night, but no. We'll go sit down and pout. The tea's really good.
You'll just hear slamming a little bit in the kitchen.
Actually, before I go inside, I will take my 2 sending stones.
Okay.
The first I will do to Idgin.
Do you have them both today?
I do.
Because I have you marked off at least for Heidi.
You mentioned Heidi.
Heidi's marked off.
You talked to Heidi before we left.
You did her. You Heidi contacted her in the morning about Julian.
Oh, you're saying it? Did we use them? Do we have a charge? Okay, yeah, you're right then. I did. So never mind about Heidi.
Thank you.
And then, yeah, I guess at dawn we can.
Or did you talk to Idgin after Kendra?
No, I don't think I talked to Idgen.
I don't think you talked to Idgen. I think you talked
In a
to.
I
bit.
don't think so. I think we just mentioned it again, maybe.
We talked about contacting
Yeah.
him, and we just didn't yet.
About him.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't see you contacting Idgen, but you did contact Heidi. So you just have one that you can do.
Sure. Okay, I'll just do Idgen right now, and I'll do Heidi in the morning. But, I'll say to Idgen,
Let me roll for it real quick.
oh, okay, go ahead.
You get a mishap.
Okay.
Spell works. Let me roll. Oof. Okay.
He gets to cast magic.
So petty. He feels it. He's like, "Argh."
Oh, no, cool.
As I'm fixing your problems
He's
down.
about to ray of frost in his cup.
So
All
bad.
right. You feel this like weird kind of like draining energy from you as you cast that. All of you feel the mishap tingle happen on the back of your neck. You lost your proficiency bonus.
Oh, great. Okay. Sounds
Oh.
good. Good thing I talked to Lucy already and
Yeah.
a little persuasion roll. Yeah, so I'll say to Idgen, let me see. I'm sure you talked to Kendra. Rest assured, we will be sure to keep Davril in line. How many am I at? Am I at 23 or 22?
I don't remember. I wasn't counting.
Sorry, I did this and then I'm like, wait, what 5 am I at? You know what I mean?
Just
Like,
wrap
like
it up.
what
Wrap it up here
round?
real shortly, and you'll be fine.
Okay. We are still allies.
Okay.
That's what I say to him.
You hear back. Yes, I'm aware. Be sure to keep him in line.
That's all.
Yep.
That was about the response I expected. Oh, jeez. Eleanor kind of like rubs her temples a little bit, like it's stressing her out a little bit, and then she will head back inside after.
The scene of Dab with his feet up with like a tea in one hand and like a wine bottle, pouring it into the wine thing, and
Oh, you should save some wine for me. That's expensive.
yeah, there's another.
I think I get the rest of this. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Take it.
There's also tea. Euphemia's making it.
I think I would like alcohol tonight. Clink. I do it very
Aye.
like classy, daintily though.
Oh, sorry, yes.
There. But
Right.
so are we drinking away our sadness? Is that what's happening?
At least someone gets it. Yep.
All right.
Also soreness. I'm really sore. Where's Lucy? She coming in?
Oh, she's gone.
She didn't say goodbye?
Oh, she just doesn't like saying goodbye. She likes you all well enough, I think. Don't
Yeah?
worry. Yes.
She likes us?
Yes.
Say
I
that?
think. What?
Did she say that? Did she say anything about me?
You specifically?
Sure.
No. But I think you pushed it with a... I thought you might get an arrow to the face. But you held back wisely. So
Break the ice. She seems cool enough.
she is has been very helpful. I'm very grateful.
Euphemia, are you gonna join us?
She'll just come back in after a few minutes.
When he's like conked out on the couch somewhere, like
Yeah, when he's
asleep.
asleep.
I
at
imagine
this
she
point.
just like fell asleep like this somewhere, like
I could see her doing that.
trying to
yes.
write notes or something.
Yeah,
Blanket over her. Yeah.
a picture of like Lucy shooting a bow, looking cool or something. So, tomorrow we should probably talk about what we're doing next.
A lot of good options.
I spoke with Idgin, by the way. He does not
Yeah?
seem pleased
How'd that go?
by developments. So I assured him we would keep an eye on you.
I'll keep one eye on you guys too. Get it? Because I have one eye.
Oh, no, I didn't get it actually.
See, yeah, I thought I might have explained that one.
So we'll see. I mean, if we can continue to be helpful and show wisdom in what we're doing,
How about
then
that,
it
guys?
should help. I mean, lines were drawn I didn't feel like needed to be drawn, but it seems that both of you did so. So,
I'm not the one that put the line in the sand. I just committed to it.
So what's done is done, but we just need to be careful, I think.
And
Try to back up our words. Sorry, what do you mean?
oh, there's just a lot we don't know about the situation, so none of it is absolute, I would say, at this point. About Acheral and who he is or what he's up to. If it's all based on that sorted out, maybe things will change.
Darrell, are you sober enough to hear a word of insight? Or are we too far gone? I can save it for later.
All right, I hadn't.
Sure. Maybe I'll repeat it next time. But
I'm not that far gone.
okay, all right. One thing I think that may be beneficial for you to watch out in the future that I think may have made the situation a little more escalated. Pretty sure there were a lot of promises made to Idgin and Kindra that you made that were broken by you deciding to look into Acheral a bit more.
He's the one that helped me study the stone.
Mm-hmm. But that was when you swore you would take him down. Acheral.
No.
Or you wouldn't.
And I'd stop the two.
Sure.
It's different. And I do plan on stopping them if they have bad intentions. Doesn't mean I don't want to learn how to use the stone.
But their whole point was Acheral is bad, and you sort of gave promises that you would help aid in stopping them, and stopping him from emerging. So to turn back on that might have been why they reacted the way they did. What?
I don't think I really have turned back on that.
Seems like you are. I mean, you trusted that Acheral probably was bad for months until recently. Or at least outwardly, that's how you seemed to me. I don't know if you felt the same way.
You didn't seem as interested in working potentially with what Acheral has to offer until recently, I would say.
It's
So I can see
changed.
why they would be concerned.
And I still don't trust what's there until proven correct. But I also am not willing to close that door. I think that's what maybe people are misunderstanding. I'm not just opening my arms to whatever this is, and I'm not just running blindly into it. But I'm not blindly shutting it out either. This is my life. This is what my family died for. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to understand it. But if I have to agree with them, Igden, to get more information on getting to Kendra and finding out why she did it and to learn about it, then yeah, I was very open to working with them and still am. Kendra is the one that seems very blindly opposing, even considering learning more about this. If they wanted to stop him, then why not learn more about our enemy and figure out what's going on so we know their weaknesses and how to take them down and how to stop them? Or if we find out that it's ignorance and we can ally with them, isn't that better than going in blindly trying to kill everybody? I'm not set in stone either way. Sorry, that one got to me too. So, I feel like you all should know me better by now. I might get fixated, but for this pursuit of knowledge, not to blindly follow whatever this is.
Sure, I get your motivation. What I'm saying, though, is just, I think, what you say and what you promise and what you give your word to, people will remember. You promised Zydron we would take care of Rubaris ourselves. You have promised many things. You promised to help me with my son, which you fulfilled. But there have been times I've had to remind you that you need to fulfill it because there's something else that seems to take your focus. So
I never wavered from helping Julian. I never wavering from helping Rubaris.
It's more of a joke. When we were in Northport, you were about to turn yourself in to save Kendra. And then I said, you promised help with Julian. There are many things that we focus on. There are many things we have to focus on. And giving your word that we'll take care of every single thing may lend to people depending on that, and then if we aren't there for it, because in some ways we are not reliable at all because of us zapping through cracks and teleporting around. I mean, in some ways we weren't even reliable with Lakeside because we couldn't pay a fine back. So my point is, I myself have been trying to be careful with what we tell people we are going to do and what we don't do. Because I don't know what we can promise. I don't know what we can tell them.
We don't know if we'll be here tomorrow. Ever.
I don't feel like I ever have broken a promise. Then I've set anything I've said before. I still stand by. But I understand what you mean by setting expectations on it.
I mean, you may not have meant it, but I think the way that at least I heard you communicating to Idgen and Kendra is you were almost 99% against Acheral himself, against using the stone, against your old ties. You were ready to turn it all aside. That is what it looked like to me. So it seems like you're turning the other way around, and I think that's what Idgen and Kendra are very concerned about. So it may seem logical to you, and maybe, but from the outside perspective, maybe it wasn't communicated that way.
They don't know you as well either, so, I mean, not
Right.
now. I know you knew Kendra before, but no, she doesn't know the same you now.
Well, I feel like I've been pretty honest about my feelings on how don't agree with what they did. but understand. But I've also more meant I'm alongside with what they stand for now. I've also understand that there is a lot of brought up feelings of anger and abandonment. The stone didn't help me, the gods didn't help us, Acheral didn't do anything. And then all of a sudden seeing progress that I might be able to tap into this, I still am against a lot of what it stands for. Doesn't mean I'm not willing to utilize a stone, though. I don't think I ever said I wasn't willing or wasn't going to even try and learn how to utilize a stone in my head.
I think
never
just
figured it out before.
Sure. It's just, I think, Acheral, the stone, the cult, they're all one entity. I think especially in our... Well, I know, but I'm saying in Idgen and Kendra's mind, and in our minds, before we're dissecting it, that's what it looks like. It looks like it's all the same. So, my point is, I think the reaction from Idgen and Kendra is, you were all in, and now you're not. And that is a cause for great concern from them. So that's what we need to be working against.
And I understand what you're saying, but why is it my fault that they make that exclusive together? I'm not the one putting those together. It's a stone to utilize, and it's a cult trying to bring this back. They might know more about it than we do, but those are two different things, and they don't know anything about this thing. But they've chosen to blindly, and I am totally fine with stopping something being free that you know nothing about. I get it. But it's two different things. And if they're the ones that, in their perspective, think that I betrayed that, how is that my fault? They're not willing to understand or discuss that with me, then that's not on me. And I appreciate the fact that you guys have been willing to get to know me well enough, but I'm not going to give up any pursuits just because people are unwilling to accept the fact that they don't know what's going on. But at the same time, I am listening and agreeing. I'm not going to recklessly pursue this.
Sure.
And
yes,
I've been listening from day one from all of you.
Right.
To not let the group be threatened or, weakened by it. The more we find out, as soon as I find out this thing's evil, I want to stop it just as much as they do.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know that.
And yeah, I mean, we already agreed. I mean, we agreed. We will tell you if we feel like it's too far. I mean, we have our agreement. So that's not in question. I mean, and I'm not even saying it's your fault. All I'm saying is a perspective from two of the very notable allies that have already sacrificed a lot for us, when we have not brought much in return, I might add. We have not been much of a benefit to them, only a hindrance. And if their perspective is one thing, that is important. Even if you have your own perspective, it is important to hold it in balance.
I never thought that. I felt like Igden was more understanding than Kendra's, but
I mean, he might be. I mean, if we are able to make it to Yellowfield, maybe a conversation can be had. I think Kendra is more emotional, and obviously there are more things tied up, I think, into her decision, her mistake. I'm sure she has an immense amount of guilt for what happened.
Yeah.
I mean, all of that plays into it. So, I'm saying this to you, Darvel, just because I want us to be careful with how we communicate with our allies, because we need allies, especially with how many things are wrong. We need a few things right.
Very strapped for resources.
I'm not the one that gave the ultimatum. I couldn't promise her what she asked. I'm sorry it went the way it did.
I would say just continue to work through your emotions in this too, because you are probably just as emotional as Kendra, no matter how much you deny it. Try and
deny the guilt that I carry.
So just keep trying to work through things, and maybe there will be a day that you both can be more level-headed with trying to work things out.
That's what I've been trying to do this whole time. I am trying to work through it. Some people just get mad at me for doing it. I'm not talking about you.
Right.
Sorry if I let you guys down.
I think you did. At any rate, we just need to be careful and be mindful of the things we commit to.
That's all I was asking. Let's just be careful with how we communicate in the future. And like I said, it's something all of us need to be certain of. I mean, I remember making promises. Vari will pay you back. It will be no problem. Look where that brought us. So
We also weren't expecting the chaos of the mishaps either.
we weren't, yes. And now we must adapt. I mean, it's something I think we all need to be careful of. Is all I was trying to say with it. I'm not saying you specifically have ruined everything, Davril. I'm not saying that. It's just we need to remember that we are largely unreliable.
I know. I've had plenty of these talks. I'm on board.
Sure. I am a bit worried that we gave Heidi's address to a bunch of guards. After all of this, I cannot even contact her because the stone was used this morning.
Yeah, we didn't know.
I thought it would be safe. I mean, I was right there with you. I did not think it would be something that might be a bad thing.
This means we can't go there.
If anything, we'd need to meet up with her or something, but I'll try and warn her tomorrow.
They didn't seem like they recognized you, but it's probably only a matter of time.
I mean, I tried to avoid giving our names, so at least there's that. But I don't know if my name has been connected to the Horde Hunters in this area of the world yet. So I think that's where the connection point would be dangerous. But Davril, I am sorry that you couldn't resume your training, though. I almost in my instinct, I sort of wondered if we should wait it out a few days to make sure you had your training. But
Fine. Like I said, I made a promise to you, right?
yes.
Plus, I learned enough for now. Stuff Kendra knows and some of the stuff I started not realizing was possible that he could do. I'm not even close to, so.
Goals to work towards, sort of thing. Sure.
Bruises need to be healed in time. To both muscle and ego.
Well, if you impressed him enough to train you, I would hope that's a bit of an ego boost, at least.
He seems selective, yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
Oh, and thank you for giving Julian a picture of us. That was very sweet.
I never got one of my family, so.
Have you drawn them? You do sketches. I didn't know.
I never went back to find anything either, so.
Was the buildings destroyed? From what you remember.
I mean, I destroyed one when they kicked me into it.
Sorry.
That's where that happened.
Oh.
Yeah, ever been kicked directly in the chest and neck by a ice giant?
No. I cannot say.
Win that one every time.
He does those TikToks. Put a finger down if you.
He like tells the whole story and then puts the finger down at the end.
Tell me you got a fire genasi girlfriend that betrayed you and left you.
Yeah, you do the whole
And he
thing.
tried to relive it again and then it didn't work out and then it's a
Put your finger down if you think bladesing is stupid, but no, bladesing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That was the last thing I remember, so I don't know what stands there and what's left. The people that found me brought me out to their home nearby.
Oh,
I never went back.
understand why it would be hard to go back.
It's actually probably why Domine visited me. They were followers of her.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
Probably helped. Sure.
Yeah.
An influence or something. Well.
At the time, I didn't think it was a
goddess.
good thing. Took it more smirkily, and it was like she was making fun of me, but I'm starting to realize that's not the case.
What was you think she was being genuine? Then? Because I remember you talked a bit about how she was dancing
Skipping
around
around.
or something, yes.
I think she answered a prayer. Or saw something that I didn't. Kind of like what Lucy was saying to you. I don't know.
Hmm. How so?
I just get the feeling like she meant that because I survived, it wasn't for naught. And I could do something with that. That's what keeps me so driven to figure this out, to find power or to get stronger. I don't want anyone else to go through what I did, to be the last survivor and lose everything they had. If I can figure this blade singing out, if I can figure this rock out and use it for good to stop Vubars or to stop these hags from killing again, from stopping a cult from releasing an entity they don't know, or from an organization willing to destroy a town. whatever I need to use it for. I don't want to let things like that happen. Maybe if Kendra was strong enough, she could have found a different way. Well, I'm not power hungry like all the other wizards who want power out of fame and want it so this doesn't happen again. So that's why
Are you
it's
worried?
hard.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. I was just gonna say that's why sometimes it's hard for me to hear what I'm doing is wrong.
I see. Yes. Well, and I mean, all of us don't know what we're doing. All of us have weaknesses. I would hope that when I'm doing something that is foolish, any of you would tell me as well. I mean, we're all a team. I think we can all see each other's strengths and weaknesses very clearly. And
Yeah, we're
that's
poor.
all it is.
Yeah, we're poor.
And we're poor?
I said, yeah, that's our big weakness. We're poor.
That is certainly a weakness. Yes. But yes, I mean, Davril, I don't think anyone here is doubting or thinking that you're power hungry or anything like that. But
It is good to hear you say this.
Always willing to talk. Just gotta ask. I don't like making myself. I mean, I like the attention, but I don't like making myself the center of attention when other things have to be done. So when
right.
we're focused on other stuff, my stuff doesn't matter. At least to me.
Well, with how many ridiculous things are happening all at once, the capabilities of the brain are only. There's only so many things we can do, I think, at one time and focus on. So, I think it makes sense. Sorry. Announcers.
And Eleanor comes in with emotional support. Davis showed to be feeling better after that. Bubble and Lucy.
Oh my gosh. I can't. That's so good. Why don't people do that more? Like in all D&D streams? Like we can have like a running commentary like during
You need
stuff.
some sort of narrator who just says these things. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to do that for Fates Apart instead of the old man. But then I was like,
nice.
I don't think I could keep that up. Like last time on Fates Apart, and like have it be like this
right.
Yeah.
TV that was like being
Yeah.
projected out.
Yes.
I'm like that. I just don't think I can
A
keep
lot.
that up. It's very Legend of Korra. Yeah.
It is. Or like in BioShock when you like
Yes.
will get the new like shot things and they're like this thing now. You know, I don't know. I don't even know what the powers are anymore. It's been ages since I played the game. But... Well, is there anything else anyone needs? How are we all feeling? Are we all right?
I just think it would be good to decide what is the most important here. We have been gone for quite a while.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I do agree. My only hang-up is when we go back, we don't know how to get back. And that means that whatever's on our back progresses. So I don't know what triggers it, which that shouldn't stop us from trying. I'm not saying that at all, but that is my worry right now.
There are a few things I think we should have before we go fight hags, if that is our plan. So I think we need to come up with an idea of how we're going to get to that point.
Yes, I agree. Well, when he's awake, we can plan a bit more and come up with a decision. If there isn't anything to talk about, I might go talk to my son for a bit before I close out the night.
I think that's a good plan.
But thank you all for being willing to come here and do this. I can assure you I will be far more focused knowing that he's in a good place and he is safe.
Why we did it.
It's a relief to be able to check it off for now. Not that Julian is just a list item, but
Oh, of
one
course.
less weight to carry in your pocket,
I agree.
not knowing.
I hope that he can settle in there a bit and find some sort of routine. It sounds like he was largely ignored in the house for the time I was gone. Which, in some ways, is probably a good thing. But in other ways, I mean, you don't want to hear that as a mother.
Honestly, surprised he wasn't used more as bait for you, but it seemed like they were fine with you not coming back. Strangely enough.
No, they didn't want me to. They were very displeased I was there.
Interesting.
I do think that place will be good for him.
I think so too. Ardril seems like he will be a good person to look out for him. I mean, I don't think Julian's had anyone to look up to, especially some sort of male figure, in quite some time. So
Yeah.
I hope it seems like he will be good to him. I hope that is the case.
Good.
Oh, can I show you the picture he drew of us?
He drew.
Yes. He's grown as an artist, and I'm just very proud, and I have to show you. I take it out of my bag. This is a picture he drew of us.
Absolutely adorable.
I mean, look at that shading.
Yeah.
Yes. He did a good job. He's been practicing.
It's sweet that he gave it to you.
Oh yes, and he showed me about 25 others that he'd done over the course of the week. It was good. I was glad for it. But anyway, I am going to retire for the night. We should definitely set up watch though. Would you like me to do it first, or?
I'll go first because I probably won't be waking up very easily once I actually do go to bed. Just saying, I drink a lot. I have a hangover in the morning.
Oh, I see.
Unless you guys are fine with that.
Probably whatever you think when you'll be the most alert. Are you even alert right now?
That's
Sure.
what I was trying to figure out.
I'm
Yes.
just as alert as I think I always am.
Oh dear, I think maybe we'll split amongst the three tonight. Watches.
I think
Same.
that would be wise.
I don't think I can see much anyway normally, so I'm gonna rely on Michael, who hasn't had a drink anyway.
Sure.
You've been training quite a bit. You can sleep through the night. I think that would be.
Unless you want me to go third.
You could just do that if you want.
Up to you guys.
Sure.
Settles it on the couch that he's sitting on.
You guys are doing watches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's first? And you could always have Winnie be part of the watch too. Just so you know.
I mean, I can go
already
first.
up.
Yeah, since I was gonna
want.
talk to Julian.
We could have Winnie go second since she's been napping,
Sure.
and then I'll take the last one.
Have third.
That's what he said. Unless we leave you for the last watch.
I
of
meant
the
last.
morning.
I was thinking we were doing three.
Oh,
so-
okay.
I see. Okay, yeah, I'll be third then, and then you can be the last one.
Sure.
we can sweep it off.
Sounds good.
In the daylight. Perfectly.
Yeah, you guys are up pretty late already, so full long rest is
Yeah.
going to be daytime by the time you guys get there. But all right, so Eleonora, you're the first one on your watch. Anything you want to do on your watch?
Cool. Yeah, before anything else, I'll write to Julian. And I will just... It's too bad I can't hear his voice, but it is good that we can have long-running conversations at least.
You can.
That need to happen. So, trade off, that's okay.
Yes.
I'll take it. But I'll just say, hello, dear. Are you getting settled in?
And they'll just respond back that he is. He enjoys it. It's a nice place.
Yeah, and I think, I don't know, she's probably just asking, like, she'll spend some time, like, asking, like, what's your favorite part? And, like, you know, where's your room at? And I don't know, just, like, seeing what he thinks about things. And did you see the library? Yeah. Yeah, where's Banetta? Where's Banetta's room?
Yeah, there's not a ton
Uppbeat,
that he does
Sorry.
back and forth, like, because he hasn't been there very long, and, like, he's basically getting set up to go to bed at this point when he got there. So he hasn't explored yet, but he says, like, he'll see things in the morning probably, and he'll be shown around, and
Okay.
just in his room.
Sounds good.
Gosh, Mom, I don't know. Jeez.
Like, stop
My
asking me
first day,
questions.
leave me alone.
I actually did, though, want to ask at one point before I end the conversation. I'll say, Julian, I had forgotten to ask you this earlier. Did you move your room into my room? Was that your room now? Back in Shadow Road?
Yeah, it is. Yes, you moved in there after you left.
Was that your choice, or did they suggest it?
He asked for it.
Right. Good to know. All right, I think that was the only thing I wanted to ask about the house specifically, especially if we might be jumping timelines. But yeah, I'll just I'll tell him, you know, I hope you have a really nice night, and I love you so much, and like all the stuff I want to say to him every night, and now I can.
He'll say back that he loves you too.
I go, mwah! No, just kidding.
Just right.
I write, mwah. Yeah.
What?
Or like, I do like the asterisk stuff, like how you'll write in Discord.
Oh yeah.
Kissing. Like,
In italics.
Oh my gosh.
oh
All right.
gosh.
Give me a perception roll for your watch.
Cool. Also, I would write death, because wow, has a lot happened.
There you go.
Gotta get him in the loop.
Yeah. 12.
All right. Perfect. So yeah, you have a lot of writing. Your head's in the book a lot, so you're not looking around probably too much. But you don't hear anything that sounds alarming to you. Not much that would draw you to a window to look out or anything. It's pretty quiet.
Sounds good. I definitely make a point to try and, like, when I will finally go to bed, make it a point we're all sleeping in the same room. Like, we're not doing any of the separate room crap that we've done in the past.
Not in Heaven's
no
Reach,
way.
for sure.
Not in Heaven's Reach. Never in Heaven's Reach again. Yes.
Yes. All right. So Winnie was second. She'll get up and do her watch. And when she's done, she will pass it over to you, Euphemia. Anything you want to do on your watch?
Yeah, actually. I think with everything that's been going on, she I want to like pull out those family photos again and look at them and just kind of go through them and think about my mom, which is sad. And then the picture that Dev and Winnie made from the last time we saw her, which kind of has her thinking about like everything her mom like has been through. So she's making a couple changes to the note she's trying to send to her dad. And yeah, basically just that kind of thing.
Sure.
Probably a little crying.
Give me a perception roll for your watch.
Alrighty. Oh, whoa, okay. I guess I'll use my bless just cause. It's almost at the end. But I got a 19 plus 1, 24.
24, very good. So, you're listening out, kind of peeking out the windows maybe from time to time just to see if anybody's outside, but you don't really notice anybody standing out in the night. You don't hear anything of note. As you are watching, though, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. Okay, let's see. I have a reroll
You do?
that I could use.
You
This
could?
isn't bad, but I could use reroll. I'm thinking I'm going to.
You're using your reroll?
Yeah. Oh, it was higher. Okay, that did pay off. 23.
Okay. So you feel kind of the sense in your head, and you fight through. I need you to reroll again.
Oh, boy.
Jeez.
Okay.
Rude.
That's when my luck ran out. that's a 9.
That's a 9. Okay. So it's, this like pull where you fight, and then you feel like you're pushing through, and then all of a sudden like you feel like the energy drain out from you. You find yourself in a spot that you recall. It's not exactly the same. It's similar.
Okay.
Oh, his music switching.
As you look
Oh, no.
around, though,
Uh-oh.
you look around and you see kind of this magical light source on the table, lighting up a little table, lighting up the area as you look around, and there's just dirt walls and roots, and you feel yourself restrained once more.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh! What? And what?
Oh my gosh.
And seated across from this table with some little broken chipped teacups on there, a plate full of kind of cookies that look like they've been crumbled a little bit.
Pulled from
You
the
see it-
garbage, probably.
An individual with a big wide brimmed hat and a little bit longer big nose look up at you. Hi there. The familiar face of Ram sits across from you.
Interesting.
I finally found you.
Yeah, I've been trying to find you.
I lost track of you.
Yeah, I suppose you probably would. I've been away a while.
But then you were here. Perfect.
Have you been in Heaven's Reach for a while?
Well, I lost
For a
you. I
long
came
time?
back here, kind of. I watch out here.
Kind of. You watch out here. Oh, that makes sense. Why were you trying to find me?
You're special.
Right. But didn't we already go over that?
Yeah, but you're still special, right? we're friends, right? Unless you hate me.
I don't hate you. No. No, we can still be friends.
Like, look, and he pulls up like a little molar that's on a string that's around his neck.
Oh my god! He kept it!
We are
Aw,
friends.
so sweet. She like looks at it for a second and then looks up at him and just kind of like, well, do you think you could let me down? I can't have tea with you if I'm, you know, I don't have any hands.
You feel a little bit of a give in kind of how far you can move your arm, but the root is still around your wrist.
Interesting. Okay. You think I'm going to try to run away or something?
I don't know what you're gonna do.
When you tried to find me and you couldn't, was it like I was gone completely, or?
You just disappeared. I didn't know where you went.
Yeah.
One day you were there, and then you were gone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's been happening a lot. We think we found out what special means.
Yeah? Really?
She's like studying him really closely as she speaks.
Oh yeah, here's some more of that stuff you like too. And he lays down a little pouch of gold on the table for you as ADHAD Adventures. Thank you for the rate. 80 Adventures? ADH Adventures? I think that's how you say it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Thank you so much for the raid. Inside the pouch is 10 gold for you. You paid the party, raiders.
Thanks,
Thank you,
raiders.
thank you, thank you. You like that stuff, right?
Yeah, it's pretty useful. I can't get far without it. Thank you.
So what, you're special?
Hey.
Tell me.
Well, first I have a question for you, if that's okay.
Yes. I want to know about why you're special.
I'll tell you. I promise.
Okay.
When I last saw you, and something happened, and you said, "Oh no," I don't remember what happened after that. Why did you say, "Oh no"? What did you see?
Well, that thing above your head got really aggressive looking.
What does that mean? What does it look like?
It's like that floaty
Like a cloud
darkness.
kind of
Yeah.
thing? Okay. How does a cloud look aggressive? Like,
Started like shaking very quickly.
and then what?
And then it was like moving towards you. And then it looked like it like went into your head. And then you passed out.
So then you put me outside, right? That was.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
You still had the dress?
I lost it.
What?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I disappeared so many times.
You still have the staff?
I lost in the shuffle. And she'll kind of like, she'll go to like reach behind her because that's where she usually keeps it. But I would assume it would have been sitting next to me on watch,
Yeah.
so I may or may not have
Probably
it on
wouldn't
me.
have it
She's
with
like-
you.
Yeah. I usually wear it everywhere. Actually, it's served me really well.
Good. Okay, why are you special?
She's gonna start speaking very slowly, I guess, and like watching his demeanor quite a bit as she brings this up. Well, it seems that I am cursed, is what we've learned.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's not good special.
Yeah.
That's bad
Yeah.
special.
That's what I think too. Do you know anything about curses, Ram?
They're bad. They're really bad.
Have you ever found someone who cursed someone, or have you ever cursed someone?
I would never curse anybody.
Insight.
That's so awful. Go for
it. 16.
You get kind of a little bit of a feeling that he's a little offended that you'd even suggest he would curse somebody.
Okay, that is exactly what I expected, what I had to ask. Do you know anybody who curses people?
Like shudders for a moment. There are really bad people who curse people.
Yeah. I'm sorry if you've seen them or you've dealt with them. It's pretty scary.
They're bad. They cursed you? Do you know who cursed you?
Think, some hags. A coven of hags.
Oh. Oh no. That's really bad.
Yeah, we, I'm not quite sure yet how we're going to get rid of it, but it's hurting people, and I want it to stop. And it seems like everywhere I go, she kind of like just gestures with her one hand, like at where the attachment would show up. It seems like this is hurting people when I don't want it to.
You don't want to be cursed anymore?
No, I want no one that's affected by this to be cursed anymore.
There might be a way you can break a curse. Might know a way.
Would you explain it to me? As a friend?
What do I get out of it?
What do you want from me?
I have the rest of your teeth?
Then I wouldn't be able to have cookies and tea with you.
Yeah, tea.
I feel like that would greatly affect my health, though, because I wouldn't be able to eat very much.
Yes.
There has to be something else that's better.
And one of your fingers?
It would be hard for me to do magic without my fingers. And I like to do magic to help people. Is there something I could help you with?
And one of your ears?
What if I did a favor for you or something?
And one of your
That's what friends
toes?
do. What would you do with a toe?
I'm gonna hang it by your tooth.
For what?
We're friends.
Then I have nothing to remember you by, so that's a little sad.
But that's the knowledge. I can give you something. Want a tooth?
Just, you know, I suppose if that's even in your eyes.
I'm telling you how to
How
break
do
a
I know what you're
curse.
telling me? Yeah, do you know what actually works, though?
Yeah, definitely works. I gave you a whole bag of gold and you won't even give me a toe? Are we really friends?
We are. I just don't usually trade body parts with my friends, so I'm just trying to figure out this different level of friendship that...
I mean, I don't trade the gold stuff with people either. It's just different.
That's fair. That's fair. You know what? You can have one. You can even you can pick you can
Have
you
a
can
toe?
one. Yeah. For the curse. You have to tell me how to break it though.
I will. And he like dissipates a little bit in his place, and all of a sudden you see him like at your feet.
Like, oh no.
And he's like untying your boot. Already, really hastily.
Yeah. She's already watching him kind of like
Starts to pull the boot off your foot. And it will like grab your foot and pull a knife out. Which one? Which one? He's like holding on to your left foot here. And, like looks at your big toe, and like wiggles him around a little bit and like with his fingers.
she's like fighting every instinct not to rip her foot out of his...
It's down to like the baby pinky toe, goes back to the big toe, goes to the one next to the big toe. I like this one, and like goes and takes the knife and just cuts off the one right next to your big toe. And holds it up.
Like I would
like
grit
it.
my teeth, but I'm definitely gonna yell a little bit.
Thanks.
I'm glad you like it.
And he like dissipates back to where he was at the other side of the table as he puts it in his pocket.
Can you tell me about the curse now, please?
Yeah, I can tell you. So, there's something that you can use. I think you guys have magic that can like remove some curses. But there's something that you can use
Yeah.
that can be used with that to make it so that it works better.
Like an amplifying sort of thing?
Makes it bigger and better, yeah. What you need to find is this thing called a black rose. It's really special and really rare. They grow underground in complete darkness. It's never seen sunlight. It's never seen any light ever before. Once you find that, you can pick it, but you only have a little bit of time before it starts to wither away and die. And it's best to have as little light as possible, because the more light it has, the more it dies.
Do you think this will work on this curse?
Oh yeah,
Hags with a coven?
I think so.
Have you seen one of these black roses before?
Maybe one a long time ago.
And where was it?
It was just underground somewhere. Gotta find it.
Okay. This might be useful. If we can find one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there are any here? Like, in this world? Where I'm from?
Maybe. It's a really rare plant, so we'd have to find some place that you think it would grow in.
I think I might I might be able to do that. I appreciate you sharing this with me.
Thanks for the tow.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Are we best
Hey,
friends now?
have you... Sure. I'll be your best friend. That's fine.
Like, goes and slides a cupcake across the table to you.
She'll, like, take a piece of it. Like, a tiny little piece of it. Hey, do you know... There's other folk that remind me of you that I've run into in Heaven's Reach before. But not this Heaven's Reach, a different one.
Oh. Well, I don't know. I have friends here. But I don't
Do
know
you?
if there's another Heaven's Reach.
Well, there sort of kind of is, I think. I don't know, I haven't run into you over there, so I'm not sure. That's where I keep disappearing, is a different place that's like this place.
I've never been there then.
Yeah. But do you, if I were to need to make friends over there where I can't find you, how would I do that? Like, how else do you like to make friends?
See,
Do you all like cupcakes, or...
most people like me don't like you, your people. Like, I only like
Right.
you. I don't like the other people you travel with. I don't want to see them. I don't want to talk to them. I just want to hang out with you.
Well, we're best friends, so that makes sense.
You're special. So, if they see you're special, maybe they'll like you. But if they see the other people, they probably won't be happy.
I think they saw I was special and tried to eat me over there.
Oh!
One of them did.
I think I know who you meant. Yeah. He does that sometimes.
Do you know how I could get him to stop? Someone apologized for him. I think there was another. There must have been
That's-
someone else with him.
That's
But
just who he is. He gets aggressive when, special people like you get around. So,
I didn't want to hurt him. I just tried to get away, and he almost ate me. It was not good.
that's him!
What's his name?
Oh, I can't tell you his name.
Why not?
We don't tell each other's real names.
Does he go by a name?
I can talk to him, but I don't tell you guys their names.
Oh.
You people can use it for bad things, and I don't want him to be in trouble.
That I understand. So I guess I have a concern though. If I get rid of this curse, will I not be special to you anymore?
We can still have you be special.
Can I insight that? She's genuinely concerned now.
Sure.
15.
Okay. You feel like there's a chance that he might be kind of convincing himself something. There's maybe a little bit of doubt that's there,
Right. Okay.
but it's at least trying to be genuine.
Right. Okay. Like he's trying to convince himself a little bit. Okay. I don't want to hurt people on accident anymore. That makes me really sad. So
Yeah, so get the Black
if I
Rose.
can get rid of it. Yeah. Or kill the hags, I guess.
Could try that. But if they have a curse on you, they might be able to make it not so you can't kill them.
Yeah, that's what I've been worried about.
You could try though.
We don't even know where they are.
If you don't
You were a
want
hag
them
for
to be able to
beauty.
bother you anymore, get the black rose.
Right, right. Do you think that would end the curse completely? Like, what if it is affecting other people?
It should, unless you get recursed.
Okay. Yeah, we have some work ahead of us, I'm afraid. But that doesn't mean I don't want to be friends with you, just because I would rather not be cursed.
Yeah, I just worry you might be a little boring if you're not cursed anymore. But it's okay.
That's fair. I mean, I am traveling a lot now, so maybe I can bring you some interesting stories or information, or
And take your
sometimes I'm
nose
not even in
sometime
the same
too.
world.
I've always wanted a nose.
You know, I wish I could give it to you, but I do still need it, unfortunately.
Okay. Maybe later.
Maybe.
I saw one of your friends didn't have an eye. I can have one of your eyes, maybe.
Yeah, that hasn't gone so well for us when we've needed him to be able to see danger. I don't.
Okay.
Maybe you're different, but I do still need all of my senses.
Just shows that you're really good friends when you give that stuff up.
Yeah.
I mean, I gave you
Maybe I can make it
10
up to you
gold
some other way,
things.
but
10
I
gold.
know. I didn't ask you for those, to be fair. You just gave them to me, so then it's a gift. I have something I could give you
What?
that I would be happy to gift you.
What?
And this means a lot to me, actually, because it's from a friend of mine.
What is it?
So she'll take the silver cat pin that Winnie gave her and hand it to him.
He looks at it. I don't want that.
Are you sure? You first found me when I was a cat,
I don't want it.
so it is kind of special. That's kind of how we met.
I don't want it.
Is there anything else I can give you that doesn't involve more bloodshed? Or is that the only kind of thing you care about now?
I have things I like and I have things I don't like.
Okay, fair. I would like to be able to help you if there's any other way I can help. You know, I understand that most humans, most other people, don't want to treat you well.
Just keep them away from my friends.
I can do that. Do you know, off chance, where hags like to go in our world?
I don't know. Your world. No.
Have you ever met one?
I run away from them and hide.
I usually do too. When they show up in my dreams.
If you beat a hag though, can you give me like a hand or something?
Of the hag?
Yeah.
Of course.
One from each of them?
It's on a necklace too?
I mean, I'll just keep them in my bag.
I don't see why not.
Okay. We have a deal.
Sure. I will find if I do manage to kill them.
Okay. You like the cookies?
Yeah, they're great.
You want to stay here for a long time or for a little time?
you know, as much as I would love to stay, I think a little time is probably good because I am supposed to be keeping an eye out on things.
Oh. Okay. He goes and just like brings up his hand, and you just instantly fall asleep.
The old sleep spell again.
All right. Dav has not woken up for his watch.
Oh.
We'll pick up with the next session, with everyone waking up and seeing where we are at that point. So,
How fun for Euphemia.
Mark, you are too good at these guys.
Did I at least get my boot back, or I'm gonna have to go find some shit?
we'll see when you get back.
Oh no!
So, thank you so much for everyone for joining us for this session of Mystical Mishaps. Definitely a fun one. I always love when Ram shows up. It's been a long time. It's been, what, 55 sessions or something?
So
50,
long!
50 plus sessions. So,
Buddy.
thanks for joining us. We're going to end our recording, and then we'll raid somebody. So, appreciate you for watching. Thanks for being here. Love you guys. Bye.